1580, The Fanatics.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday. I just lost track of all my days. But
Taco Tuesday.
there's this kid I saw on the internet. Every Wednesday he wears a T-shirt that says it's Tuesday, just to mess with everybody at his
Just to mess
school.
with you. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. So whatever the hell day it is, this is the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in our super high-tech and luxurious studios here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And there is frightening, scary, somebody hold me. Not me, I'm speaking for Harris, because this is going to shake him to his very core when he hears this breaking news. Breaking news.
All right.
Newsflash. This is breaking news.
Harris, are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down, Jeffrey.
I feel like
I'm ready.
you should sit down.
Okay. I'm sitting down.
Wait, you're sitting already?
I'm
I
sitting.
just thought that was how tall you are.
Oh, no. No, Harris is
Oh.
as tall as me.
I'm
for
as
sure.
tall as it gets. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm 5'8", but
No,
on a
you're
good
not.
day I'm 6'5". I just haven't had a good
On
day.
a good
yet.
day,
I'm-
you're 5'6".
See,
All right,
I'm 5'8".
so
I used to be 5'9".
Not
Now I'm 5'8" and
true.
3/4.
I
Oh,
know I
no.
shrank too. I used to be 5'11" 3/4. Now I'm like 5'10" or something.
Randy, you haven't
Mm,
shrank in my heart.
Well, thanks.
Nor have you, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah, save that for Andy. Anyway, so here's the breaking news.
keep trying.
All the laugh, funny, ha-ha is going to go right out of Harris when he
Mm.
hears, because he's going to know what this could lead to in a future time. Here's the headline. Ohio moves to ban prop bets. Think about it. Think about what that means. Ohio is moving to ban prop bets, and I think a lot of states are going to follow because of the cheating scandals and stuff, and a lot of them will see that this is a way that maybe we can stop some of the players from fixing games or doing things or trying to get a little bet on what if he gets this many points or that many points or doesn't do this or does that. And the governor of Ohio says the harm to athletes and the integrity of the game is clear, and the benefits are not worth the harm. The prop betting experiment in this country has failed badly. This should shake you to your very core, because once they chip away at the prop bets, next thing that goes is the parlays. Next thing to go is this, that, and the other.
Wow.
Harris, your entire world is shaking beneath your gambling feet.
Well, I was actually just talking about this with a friend this morning about prop bets.
Nobody cares what you were doing this morning. We're talking about prop bets being banned in Ohio.
Nobody cares what you were doing this morning with your friend.
Don't you understand what this could mean?
we were talking about this very thing, and
Ah.
we both came to the conclusion that prop bets should be banned, that it is indeed a failed experiment. So before you try to paint this picture of me as this degenerate gambler, hey,
You are
I
a
have thought of
degenerate
this.
gambler.
I have thought of this, and prop bets here, they just have so much. It's so easy to fix it, because think about this, right? Especially in baseball with the Emmanuel Clase thing that's going on, you get a starting pitcher, and there are bets that you can place. First bet or first pitch strikeout. There are literal prop bets that you can do of that. A pitcher in the MLB is so good that he can aim his pitch, he can throw it hard, and it can be like right out of the strike zone if he wants to walk him, and he can make it look like a real thing. So that being said, gosh, there's just so many ways that people can fix this and people can mess this up. And you don't think college player prop bets, those even more than the NFL, even more than professional sports, should be illegal, because those guys aren't necessarily super rich. They're not necessarily, millionaires. So they think, oh my gosh, I can get like $10,000 for just like, if I get under 60 receiving yards. Okay, well, I'm going to do that. So those should be illegal. Pro sports bets, player props should also be illegal. I think you can make the argument that money lines and spreads, those are fair. I think they can be legal because players can't fix those as much. But individual bets, yeah, I think those should be illegal.
So the entirety of prop betting could be gone.
Yeah.
If Ohio falls, what's next? You will not have prop bets anywhere in this country. Eventually,
it's going to take a
as
while,
much
though.
as the betting has spread through the country. When somebody makes a change like this and says this is a good way to protect the integrity of the situation, the other states are absolutely going to follow. Maybe Vegas doesn't, but I would say all the other states are probably going to follow.
Yeah, well, I didn't even talk about the main reason as to why it seems that they deem this a failed experiment, and that's a lot of the harm that these athletes are getting.
Here's what they say. It relates to highly specific events within games that are completely controlled by one player.
You're giving them too much control and too much temptation to a human being that is
I think it's
flawed.
fair. I think they should get rid of the
I
prop
agree.
bets.
I think they should get rid of prop bets. I think they should. And the harm that it's done to some athletes, would you say that individual player prop bets have done more good for society or more harm for society?
What?
I would say a lot more harm than good, because some of these guys.
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading text. What?
Remember Zeke Mayo from Kansas?
I didn't know there was going to suddenly be a test.
Oh, yes. There is always a test. There's always a test.
You can't do that to Jeffrey.
Yeah, I
cannot
can't.
do that.
Oh, that was rude on my part, too. I apologize.
It's okay. It's Zeke Mayo from
It's
Kansas.
not okay. I should be listening when somebody is talking and not thinking about the next thing I'm going to do.
Jeffrey, this is Captain Empathy speaking. And
I don't want your empathy. I want your obedience.
You're seen and heard. So, yeah, there
what
are
are you
guys
talking about?
I was talking about some players like getting death threats. Like, remember Zeke Mayo from Kansas? All those crazy threats that he got. A bunch of players, missing kicks. Those guys, like, oh, you messed up my effing bet. Blah, blah. Like,
kickers are like the goalies of soccer.
For real.
Kickers,
that's a good comparison.
Could absolutely get death threats just innocently missing a kick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, you're going to get death threats whether gambling's involved or not. You ruined the money line. You ruined the game. So
yeah, but it's just magnified with gambling, and really magnified with player prop bets.
So Harris, the degenerate gambler, probably the most degenerate gambler we've seen in quite some time. I'm just saying that in case your parents are listening. He says nay to the prop bets. I say nay to the prop bets. I mean, it's pretty common sense. If you keep it generalized, then one singular person, can't ruin it for anybody. And if they do, it becomes extremely obvious, but at least you can't bet on that situation. Randy, how do you feel about this? Ban the prop bets or let them keep on going?
I'm with you guys. Ban them. I agree with everything that you guys have said.
Thanks, Randy Blanco.
It's too much of a temptation for these athletes to become involved in it. And I'll go another one. These athletes should not instead of just not betting on baseball, these athletes should not bet during the season at all, period. If you're a baseball player, it doesn't matter what else is going on in the country. You should not be able to bet in season. Now, and when your season is done, now you can resume betting if you choose. But
how about this, Randy? How about if you are signed to a contract with a professional team of any kind, you're not allowed to gamble ever. You are not allowed to gamble until after your career is done. There's no reason. Why are you gambling?
I agree with that, but I that's maybe a bit too far. But as long as you're playing in a game and you're being paid to play in a game, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever it might be, if you're being a professional athlete, you should not gamble during the season.
I say don't make it part of their lives. Period. If you are in professional sports, you don't get to gamble until you retire. Until your career is over, you don't gamble in the off season because it makes it too easy, too tempting. There's too much going on where you're like, all right, so get out of their lives completely. Afterwards, do what you want to do.
Well, I mean, there's still going to be these athletes that are going to gamble. I mean,
Everybody wants to try to game the system. Sure.
Look at what's happening with the Guardians' entire bullpen. They all want to gamble.
That's
I mean,
freaking nuts.
but the bottom line is, I am for it. That to answer your question, I am 100% for the prop bets. Yeah.
Last Optimus
being
says,
a
wait,
thing.
I can't bet on the next color dingle dangle to hit the court? I thought this was America. Well, that's a good example. So let's say that you were going to go and put in a bet for what color the next dingle dangle was going to be that hit a WNBA court.
Which a lot of people
right?
have done.
Dingle
So-
dangle. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So then, all I got to do is, okay, there's bets on that. So it's if it's purple, it's this much money. I'm going to throw a purple dingle dangle out on the court now, aren't I?
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I still win my bet. So it's
Yeah.
it's kind of like I don't think they should do the prop bets with the Gatorade anymore, because these guys who are, in control of the color of Gatorade that goes out during the Super Bowl, you think they're not placing bets?
Now,
that's
wait a
just
minute,
ridiculous.
Jeffco.
We
Are
shouldn't
you-
have prop bets on that either.
Are you saying that this goes back all the way to the Super Bowl, and there are those in charge of the Super Bowl Gatorade that will take out and partake of these prop bets and change the Gatorade on purpose?
It's huge temptation to do it, and I would not be surprised if they do.
Wow.
I'm not, sitting here with evidence, but man, the temptation for something like that. You mean
Right.
I could win how much money
Mm.
if I put in purple Gatorade into this thing?
Mm.
Look, hell yeah, it's going to be purple. You
Wow.
know,
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
you just go with the one that has the worst odds. You make
Yeah.
a bet on that one, and that's the color Gatorade you put out there.
Think about it. This stuff happens too, like not just in sports betting, but with the stock market in Congress too. Like they're like insider trading and stuff. Oh,
Mhm.
that stuff is legit. Look up Nancy Pelosi's net
Well,
worth.
I
You'll
mean, they
see it.
sent Martha Stewart to prison, so yeah, I mean, I think they're actually policing that. But this
It's the
whole
exact
betting
same thing in
it's a
sports.
new frontier with
Yeah.
all the betting. So
100%.
as we see it happening, then we got to start making corrections, and you can't be afraid to make corrections. I mean, figure it out. I mean, Ohio is the only state not as dumb as Florida. So, I mean, those are 1 and
debatable.
2 when it comes to dumbassery, but they have figured it out,
Yeah.
so that should really make the rest of the country kind of go,
Uh-oh.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe we better get up on this. So, yeah, I think prop bets got to go if you want it. If you really want to protect
Yeah.
the integrity
Yeah.
of the game,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Last Optimist says, well, think on this for a moment. When you want to ban Gatorade bets, people place real money on WWE match results.
Oh, that
should not
be
happen
legal.
either.
No.
Those people are
Well,
idiots.
No.
Yeah,
And
You
I
can't
mean-
fix a WWE result because it's already fixed.
But that's not a prop bet. It's
No
not
real.
It's a legitimate bet, right?
No,
I mean,
no, it's not a legitimate bet. No
Well-
real. FanDuel doesn't do WWE, does it?
No, they shouldn't. Yeah.
DraftKings doesn't do WWE. It's
I
had to be some
think- I think
offshore
they do.
weird stuff.
They're
right?
talking about that. There were actually rumblings that it would happen.
It's
Just
written
Think about that.
by
It's written.
writers.
It's rigged. Just think about that. Like, what if FanDuel's like, hey, we'll give you a certain cut if this guy wins because the public is betting on this other guy, so we can win
Oh,
here.
there's too
You don't
much
think
room
they'd say no
for
to that? Are you
corruption
kidding
there.
me? Yeah, exactly. There's just
Wait a
so
minute.
much.
You want us fake wrestling to cheat? How dare you, sir? No, of course they will.
right?
Of
It's-
course they will.
It's written and it's scripted, and that gives them so much power to be able to change anything that they want. In no way should sports books be mixed in with WWE. It just shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen.
Sharp Cat says, with Randy's beard, he might be driving one of these buggies soon. What buggies? What are you talking about, Sharp
Is
Cat?
he calling him Amish?
Like a John Dale golf cart? Is that what you're saying?
calling him
It's not
Amish?
John Dale. Where did
well,
that name
I
come
have
from?
the I've
John
got the
Daly.
mustache
John
going with the beard. But I have, having this beard is sort of a pain. I will tell
Is
you
it?
right now.
Really?
Really? Why is that?
I had a cheese. What do you call those cheese? Not enchilada, but a cheese crisp. Last night I made it.
Oh, yeah.
and
Quesadilla.
I put a little hot sauce on that on the inside
Mhm.
there, and it was warmed up just perfectly. It was on the flour tortilla, and it had the nice cheese on it. And so I took a bite, and then I guess this morning there was some remnants of hot sauce in my beard, and
Oh, no.
Miss Kim found that when she was going to work this morning. So
Mhm.
having this beard is it's a lot of work, and I'm committed to the bit. So I'm.
Oh yeah, well, you're committed. How long are
I-
you looking to have
oh,
a beard?
I may have this the rest of my born days here on until the sweet release of death comes, and I slip past the surly bonds of this great earth.
Randy,
If you're not going to shower daily, at least wash the beard.
Oh no,
every day.
I shower. No, don't get me
Well,
wrong.
Then eventually
they got caught
the
in there
beard stuff
somehow.
will be okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Randy, you'd make if you keep growing it out, you'd
Mhm.
make a great mall Santa. You'd make an excellent mall Santa.
You
That
think
is
I could,
not
I could do
anything
that?
anybody ever wants to hear said.
No, I mean it as a compliment.
That was
'Cause there's so many.
horrifically insulting.
No. There's so
you
many
think Triple
flawed.
H? I'm fat enough. You think I'm big and rotund?
No,
And
Well, you want to
My
see how
job's
John
not
is?
easy.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Fine.
You think this would be a fun thing for me to do
Oh,
in
this
my
is taking
time
a
off?
turn.
Because I have a beard. Now you're going to go ahead and profile me into being a mall Santa Claus. Is that the way it's going to be here? Triple
Fat
H.
shamed.
We're getting off on the wrong foot today, aren't we, Triple H?
Oh shoot, I have dug myself a hole here.
Harris
can't
is the one who
remember.
goes up and says, "How far along are you?" I'm not
Mm.
pregnant.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
what
yeah.
he does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boogie says Martha Stewart went to prison to pay the price for human sin, to reconcile humanity with God, and to open the way for eternal capitalism, life through faith. Amen, Boogie.
Boogie.
Sharp Cat says, "Yeah, I was trying to send a picture that won't go through of an Amish family driving a buggy."
I figured.
I don't have an Amish beard.
Randy
is
is
it
not
because
Amish.
my mustache is a little shorter than my?
No, the beard's too
I
put
think it's
together.
the trim line of the beard itself. It's very, it's very well trimmed and cut. It just
Oh, look.
it looks,
Too put together, I think, to be honest.
serious
Yeah.
beard.
And
Yeah.
you would have to have a bowl cut.
Diamondback dude says, "Randy, have you ever thought about a career as a mall Santa Claus?"
Mm,
Diamondback dude looking to get punched in the throat.
mm.
Yeah,
Big
Mo.
George says, "Happy Taco Tuesday." I'll give you that one since it is Taco Tuesday.
Mm. Oh yeah.
He wants to talk about the Diamondbacks, but I want to wait till after the break. So I'm going to put a pin in that. I will read the rest of your text when we come back from the break. I just want to get the rest of this all cleaned up. Fish Tank says, "Are we talking about just college prop bets or NFL too?" I get the college ones being banned, but I disagree on the NFL. No, I say all of it.
All of it.
I say all of it because, professional players are getting busted. College players are getting busted. Just because you get paid more doesn't mean you're any smarter. People in both amateur and in professional sports are getting caught. So remember, you got CeeDee Lamb making bank, right? But
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a wide receiver on
Yeah.
that team who's making like a couple $100,000. He's not making that much money.
Yeah.
And that goes the same for a lot of other different sports. So if you take it away from college, you got to take it away from professional.
Oh yeah. I think you take it away from
You know-
college pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what should totally be banned? Like no questions asked is first pitch
Your
strikeouts,
mustache.
first throw completions. No. First throw completion, like that, all of that should be banned. Like the amount of
Well,
power
you
that
ban that,
give
you got to get it
somebody.
all. You
Yeah,
got to do
gotta
it all.
get
Well,
of
like
it.
no. I don't think you have
You
to do it all.
can't
You
I
pick
think
and
you
choose.
should.
You take a road grader on this side of the prop bets, and then
Yep.
you just drive that thing
Yeah.
all the way through to the other side like that.
I
You
think
get
it should
all
be
of
banned. I'm with you guys. I just think that should be the first thing that comes to their mind if they're
There's
trying
no
to.
first,
it might
it's
be
all of it.
right, but that might take time. You know what I'm saying? That might
It will
not
take
be
the
just
exact
one
amount of
a day.
time, whether you go some of it or all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruno Baller says, "Former ASU manager Pat Murphy sure has the Brewers playing well right now."
Well,
I
mean,
said we were going to
yeah.
wait till
Yeah.
after the break, Bruno. Oh, he
Yeah.
sent that in like 15 minutes ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilbur says, "This question is for the degenerate gambler. Harris, I bet you can sneeze 23 times a day in one day before you sneeze twice." I'm just going to have to stop reading Wilbur's
Is that a
text,
challenge? I think.
know what he's
I
doing
think I
here.
can take it.
All right, listen, let's take a break. When we come back, we will talk the baseball. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Listen to our live stream on your phone
Stand by. We're coming to you live.
at 1580thefanatic.com.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all three if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. if you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
When driving in Arizona, move over or slow down for any flashing lights. Move over for tow truck drivers, highway crews, and emergency responders. Move over for any vehicle with its hazards flashing. Because at 65 miles per hour, a vehicle travels over 95 feet in 1 second. 1 second, that could change everything. When you move over for anyone, you're not just doing it for them, you're doing it for their families. Their lives are flashing before your eyes. Move over, Arizona. Every vehicle, every time. It's the law. Please visit moveoveraz.org. This message is brought to you by ADOT and this station.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of health care, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or...
This is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
Weekdays at 6 a.m., broadcast veterans Dave Ross and Jensen Lewis share their insights, break down games, and analyze the data to give you an edge. By the Books takes you inside the numbers, showing you what you should look for to help you make the most of your sports betting decisions. By the Books with Dave Ross and Jensen Lewis. Weekday mornings at 6 a.m. on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's today's blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So, we got to move on to baseball, but Fish Tank still wants to talk about the betting and the possibility of banning prop bets. Ohio's looking to do it. If they get away with it, then everyone else will too, probably. But Fish Tank says, how about the results of first pitch? Every pitcher in the league could bury the first pitch into the ground for a ball and cash in every game. Yeah, that's an issue.
Well,
but
again,
would be
bets.
obvious.
Yeah, prop bets.
Harris was saying that they can pitch in certain ways that you wouldn't know it was on purpose. And I guess one of those things that they use to figure out if it was on purpose, if there's unusual trends of betting, like one guy betting $25,000 that some, mediocre pitcher is going to, throw a ball on his first strike. They pay attention to those things, Fish Tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, go back and listen to the first part of the first hour, Fish Tank. There, I talked a lot about it. Just a heads up.
I like how you're just telling him what to do and he's been listening to the entire show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he has or not. Okay.
Yeah, he has been. He's been listening to the entire segment. How presumptuous of you to assume that a Hall of Fame texter by the name of Fish Tank needs to go back and do some homework.
Wow.
Specifically listening to you.
And here we go.
Big George says, I've been hearing that Shakespeare vodka commercial on this station for like the last 9 years. The Does anyone still even say "Okay, Boomer"? Yeah, I think that that they're still paying. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They were like, "Wow, this commercial's going great." Okay. All right. So can we move on to baseball, please? I'm going to actually read George's text because yesterday George shows up late, and like we'd already talked about it, so he didn't get to say anything. And then he brought up something else we'd already talked about. I didn't read anything from George yesterday.
Okay.
So I feel like I got to make it up to him. George says, I want to fight Harris. I am sick and tired of his mustached attitude. I want to fist fight Harris. I'm coming to visit. I'm going to come. I just made all that up. He didn't say that. Yeah. Harris got real worried.
Harris's heart just dropped into his
Harris is
shorts.
Like, oh God, why what? He was like, whoa, I've got to move. I got to move back to Tennessee now. What is happening?
I see this 7-footer in my yard. I'm like, what's he doing there? Who is that?
You can't call animal control.
Harris.
It's George.
Why is Samson in my yard?
So here's what George really said. He said the Diamondbacks had a 6-1 lead late in the game yesterday, and Torey Lovello left Ryan Nelson out there way too long into the 6th inning. It was clear Nelson was losing his stuff. He'd given up 3 runs and had 2 runners on. Of course, Lovello makes the wrong decision, leaves him out there at 100 pitches to give up a 3-run bomb. So then we lose in extra innings, and that is very frustrating.
Well, we did lose in 10 innings. We had 1 extra inning, and the Texas Rangers got some guys on, and then they scored the run. They did what they were supposed to, and they win the game. They had 7 runs. We had 6 runs, and you call it a day, and you go back out there. Did he leave him out there too long? Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the game, but I saw some highlights of the game. But at this point in the season, I mean, it's Ryan Nelson. I don't know why it was 5 1/3 innings. You would expect Ryan Nelson to give you at least 6 innings at this point in the season. And
does Lovello have like no clue on what to do with a pitcher?
Well,
it seems like it. He takes him out too soon, or he leaves him out too long.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing. If the guy's getting rocked, like Big George was saying, if he's losing his stuff, you got to go out and get him. You can't leave him out there. I mean, it sounds like we're complaining that he takes him out too soon, and then when he leaves him in, he takes him out too late. So,
100 pitches plus when you're struggling is obvious.
Well,
right?
exactly.
100 pitches in and you're struggling, guess what? It's time to go.
Well,
but if you're out there throwing heat and doing great, let's see how he does. There is a moment where you can tell a pitcher is starting to lose their stuff, but you do that by watching. You do that by knowing these guys. You could do this by knowing the damn game. But if you pull a guy out when he's hot and you leave a guy out there when he's not, that is 100% on you.
And
it's like he has no concept of what he's looking at when a guy is pitching.
Now, and that's exactly right. And you went to the well, as they like to say, one too many times. You should have pulled him when you had the opportunity and brought in your reliever. And Backus came out there and he went 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up any runs, no hits. And he got out of the inning, but it was, it was late. They tied the game up by then. So Diamondbacks, it's the same old issue with the Diamondbacks. They score 6 runs and they can't close out a game because the pitching staff just keeps giving it up. I mean, Hoffman gives up the earned run. The game's over. You've got to strap it up again tonight and go out there and try again against the Texas Rangers. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Says maybe Torey Lovello's been prop betting all season.
Yeah, could
that
be.
Would actually finally make some sort of sense.
That could be. The positives that I saw from this game was the bats are alive again. They're scoring runs again. Corbin Carroll had a couple of hits, including a home run.
Yeah,
Geraldo Perdomo had a home run.
They both hit 2 runs.
Locklear, the new kid at first base, he had a home run. And then Blaze Alexander, the third baseman, who's come in for Gino Suarez, he had a home run. So 4 big flies last night. The team also had plenty of base runners and had plenty of guys that they can move around with their bats. So it's good to see the offense come to life again. Maybe they're kind of over that shock and awe of guys leaving the team, and the statement by Derek Hall that everybody's up for trading and will accept all offers. Now these guys they seems like they're relaxing and getting back to just playing the game, and I hope they finish strong and finish well. Sure be nice to get above 500 before this season's over. I don't think they have enough time left, but we'll have to wait and see if that's possible.
Quiet Cannon says the defense and offense blew that game yesterday. They did not put up enough runs to beat the Rangers, who have a dynamic offense. Diamondbacks have won 3 out of 4. That is the pace they need to maintain to get to the playoffs. Oh, no, don't talk about the playoffs.
No,
they haven't won 3 of the last 4. They swept the Rockies. Now they're playing a real team, and it doesn't look good. I mean, Quiet Cannon, be more honest about what stats you put up when you say, oh, they've won 3 out of the last 4. No, they beat the Rockies. Now they got their ass handed to them by the Texas Rangers. Why? Bad managing.
Well, and also the pitching staff is poorly assembled. Your relief pitchers gave up the game. Ryan Nelson gave up the game, and it's come down to pitching again for this team. With 6 runs, they should be able to hold the other team back. But the Rangers are, like he said, in his credit, the Rangers are a dynamic team. They're 61-59 for a reason. They're playing good ball. This is probably a wild card team or better. These guys could probably get in through the wild card and go deep in the playoffs. He's got to get to the playoffs. The Diamondbacks, I don't want to say they're not, but I don't think at this point that they that they are even going to make a wild card, even though there's 3 wild card places or 2 wild card places. I don't see it happening for this.
Well,
just
watch
team.
the rest of this series with the Rangers, and you'll have your answer. Donnie says, start. Oh, God, again?
Sorry, Donnie.
I said the S word again. Here's what he wanted to say. Stop being a Karen against gambling. Nobody here is against gambling, Donnie. We're saying it's probably wise to not have prop betting so people can't cheat the system. That's all. Stop being a Karen and stop being a dip bleep. Quiet Cannon says, come on, Blender. You got a guy on second base with no outs and you can't score him. Randy, you said they had lots of hits. Well, they didn't have timely hits.
Well, yeah, I will give you that. They didn't have timely hits, and that's been a problem for this offense here as of late.
Right.
You get guys on base, you can't get them in. I mean, that's part of the game. You get them on, get them over, get them in. So,
but the point is, though, Quiet Cannon, when you have the runs that are scored, your pitching should have been better. He shouldn't have been out there to give up that other 3 runs. We would have won the game by 6-4 if you erase those 3 runs that Torey Lovullo allowed to get put on the pitcher. So you could look at it one way, you could look at it another, but it's more, I think, still about the pitching. It's more about the pitching of why we keep losing games like this.
Yeah, I would give
whether
that.
It's on the guy or the next guy or not. We should not have been in that situation where you can give up 3 runs after 100 pitches. And it was obvious you were done.
And I just poor use of the bullpen and not timely managing of your starters. Again, there have been several times this year where I can remember Torey Lovullo going out there. And Merrill Kelly is either throwing heat and getting guys out and being consistent, is not in any trouble whatsoever. And for some unknown reason, he goes out there in the 5th or 6th inning and pulls him out and doesn't let him go any farther. And then he goes to that bullpen. Then there's other times when a guy's getting shelled and he just leaves him out there. I can't figure it out. Poor management, in my opinion, has been one of the downfalls of this team, and poor management with
this
a bullpen
entire season.
That is not a strong bullpen, in my opinion.
So the Diamondbacks are closer than people think. They are closer as a team than people think.
I don't want to hear this.
Let me explain. So
why? All you're gonna do is ruin it. If it does become a thing, you're jinxing it. You're doing it right now.
Let me say the Diamondbacks have 22 blown saves this season. That is the second most in baseball. The average in the MLB is about 16 blown saves. Let's say the Diamondbacks have an average bullpen. I didn't even say good. I just said average bullpen. You put them at 16 blown saves. You know what their record is? They're 63-56, and they're half a game out of the New York Mets with the wild card spot. You give them, you say, hey, let's just trade for a closer. One closer can change this entire team season.
You have
That's
the Diamondbacks at 63-56?
No. If you take away, so let me explain. The Diamondbacks.
So you're saying if you cut out
average
some
closer
of these,
on this team, they are right in the thick of it for the NL wild card.
Yeah, but
there is the missing link.
The
missing link is Harris is right. We need better bullpen.
You need a
but
closer.
the other part is Randy's right. We need better management.
For sure.
We need that pitching coach we used to have back, or get somebody better than the one we have. And why is Torey Lovello still here?
I don't know, but just to give you a look at where the standings are for the wild card spots right now, Chicago, San Diego, and the Mets, and then with 6.5 games back are the Diamondbacks, behind Miami, behind San Francisco, and behind St. Louis and Cincinnati.
Yep. Say you take away 6 of those blown saves, they are right there, and that is the MLB average, is 16 blown saves per team. Just think about that.
Do you want to send an email over to the Diamondbacks with this information?
And say, hey, guys, I figured it
Maybe
out.
they need to know this.
This is what you guys need to do.
I am positive the Diamondbacks know what their issues are. Positive.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
know it.
Me too. Yeah.
Walter Mellon says, Randy, they put the pitchers for load management for the playoff run. Analytics suck. Quiet Cannon says, not one bullpen pitcher for the Diamondbacks has been there all year. That bullpen has turned over personnel all year. The manager has no proven pitchers in his bullpen. They did pick up Squat before the trade deadline.
Well, they didn't. They actually, let me take that. Let me walk that back. Yes, they did. Our current first baseman was one of the pickups at the trade deadline that we got in a trade, and I don't remember which one right now. Whether it was for the first baseman or Gino Suarez.
I believe it was the Mariners.
But anyway, this kid is playing well. He's stroking the ball well. He's a big, powerful kid. He's young. He's under contract with the Diamondbacks. For some time. They're not going to have to worry about this. This kid is a proven hitter. He's a proven player. And we're just going to let him develop at the big league level, at least at this juncture. I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason. Second thing that I want to address, and just like Triple H has been saying, the bullpen has been rancid all year long.
Yeah.
Now, when I say it's management, let me repeat to you. Torey Lovello sits there on the sideline and watches Merrill Kelly, for example, go into the 5th inning and just be dynamic. Just his stuff is on fire. And the other team is swinging and missing, or they're hitting ground balls, and they're looking poor. And he walks into the dugout and he slaps Merrill Kelly on the back and says, "Good job. I'm going to send in." Or with 2 outs or 1 out in the inning, and Merrill Kelly still dealing. He walks out there, takes that the elephant walk, and he brings in one of these giants from the bullpen, one of these majestic pitchers that are going to help us, right? No, 26 blown saves. Isn't that what you said, Triple H? 22 blown saves. 22 blown saves.
Second most in
and it
baseball.
happened over and over and over again. That's what we're talking about, mismanagement right there.
And part of the mismanagement also puts the relieving pitchers in bad situations that sometimes are almost impossible to overcome. So you can't 100% blame them. I mean, you would say, well, if they were better, they could do better. No, a lot of times they're put in really bad situations. So I'm going to say, if we're going to rank it, it's going to be managers, then it's going to be bullpen, and then it's going to be Donnie.
Well, Donnie. Yeah, Donnie's always a factor. Yeah.
Well, he's such a dip bleep. I think it's affecting the Diamondbacks.
It's affecting
I feel
everything.
like he should stop being a fan now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Donnie.
Let me read these texts before we go to break. Buffalo Mike says, guys. The trade deadline was a couple of weeks ago, so new bullpen's not walking through that door. This season is over, period. Blow it up after the season. Yeah, when Randy was talking about who you can get and where, Randy's already thinking the postseason.
Yeah.
Diamondback Dude says, Randy, if the Diamondbacks had not been sellers at the trade deadline, they'd still have Josh Naylor, who's tearing it up in Seattle. Well, of course, Suarez not exactly tearing it up right now. He has 1 home run since he left, and he's like batting 100. But we can talk about that another time. Josh Naylor is tearing it up in Seattle. Diamondbacks management should have gone out and got bullpen arm way before the trade deadline. But by then it was too late, and they had to be sellers with all the expiring contracts.
Yeah.
We have a new, it's sort of a new texter. I don't know who this is. 1168 says Torrey is only in Arizona because his World Series appearances saved him. It even got him a lot of money. The dust is settled. That playoff run was pure luck. Torrey is just really good post-game interviewer. That's it. You know, he can smooth things over. That is a very astute assessment. Who are you, by the way?
Yeah.
I don't want your actual name, but maybe it's time for you to have a text or nickname. And if
is it a new texter or
new-ish since August 6th? But you know, maybe we could help you with the text or nickname. Randy has a fine selection we can talk about later. The last text of this segment goes to Quiet Cannon, says Black Mirror Kelly. As far as pitches, the Diamondbacks picked up Squat in their trades. What? I don't understand that.
I appreciate your thoughts on the Diamondbacks not picking
do you
up.
know what that means? Black Mirror, Kelly?
I don't have any idea.
I know there's a show called Black Mirror.
But I appreciate your thoughts on not picking up anything in the trades. I get that. I understand that. And who really knows until we see him? But I'll tell you what, that kid at first base, he's something special. And I think we ought to keep our eyes on him.
And Irish from me says, how about my Cubs? Council is sowing the game TGIGS that AZ is doing. Okay, I can't read the rest
fell
of this.
apart. Yeah.
Wow.
But he does say go Irish. So there you go, Irish for me. All right, taking a break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. Just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless. Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Offer valid through 10/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Purchase of gold unlimited plan or higher required for offer. Must activate the plan in-store at Walmart. Cannot be combined with other offers.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs. Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders.
Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, ADBA, and this station.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right. They're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona, and they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike, and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time. Like right now. Or right now. Or even now. Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So Major League Baseball has decided starting early on the World Series, probably, I don't know. Well, here's what they're saying. They're going to start the World Series October 24th. That don't seem early. So last year...
it's
usually it's
early.
in November.
Yeah. Well,
remember when it used to be in September?
Late October.
Wait, the World
used
Series
to be
was in
November.
September? When?
I don't remember it in being
When was
in
it
September.
in September?
It was always called the October Classic.
It was in
Usually it
September?
started earlier in October, but they added the wild card, which added another week.
I did not know that.
And then they added a third wild card, which
you're
added another day. So,
Well, October 24th just seems awfully late. I thought it all started earlier, but yeah, they were going to go earlier. They were going to go like on a week or so earlier, and then they're like, no, I think we're just going to just do it on October 24th. So, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but there's teams that have outdoor stadiums, that you might have some snow games.
well, Minnesota is not going to make it into the World Series.
Okay, we're safe there.
Let's
Brewers?
see. Seattle
Possibly.
has a roof, don't they? They have a roof.
Seattle doesn't really get snow. Does
Yeah,
it?
but rain ain't no fun for
Rain ain't no
series.
fun for sure. It rains all the time there.
Milwaukee
the Brewers
is a dome.
They got the best record in baseball right now.
So the Brewers are a
but they
danger
are
for a
inside.
snow baseball game, Randy.
Yeah, but they have a dome.
Usually November's pretty
Do they?
early for that.
Yeah, they have a
Oh.
dome. Mm-hmm.
November's early for
Let's
that, though,
see.
I
I'm
think.
trying to think here. Boston
Possibly.
is they don't have a dome,
Yeah,
but
that'd
neither
be a
do the
problem.
Yankees. The Blue Jays have a dome.
We've had snow games in baseball. I mean, they didn't play, but I mean, it's snowed during the World Series before, hasn't it?
They've had light dustings.
It's been a while since it snowed in New York, I think.
Detroit.
Detroit's
yes.
not even. What are you talking about?
Hasn't it
It's been a while since
New
it
York
snowed
City.
in
New
New
York
York.
City. Sorry, not New York. New York City. Right? Hasn't it been?
No, it snows in New York City.
Oh yeah,
pretty much every year, man.
Does it really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They
I
get
thought
snow.
I thought
Yeah.
recently they haven't gotten some snow. I could be wrong.
Philadelphia.
They just had
Philadelphia.
snow last year.
Oh, what do I know? I have a friend that's living there, and he says it doesn't snow that much in New York anymore.
Houston's
So-
they've got a dome. So
The last time it snowed in
Houston's
the
all
World
right.
Series was Game 4, 1997, Jacobs Field in Cleveland. Well, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the Rust Belt. Yeah, that'll for sure make.
They said it
that'll
was
get you.
38 degrees and wind chills as low as 18 degrees. There
Oh,
was
it
snowflakes
gets-
falling during the game.
yeah, it
I
gets
have
chilly out there.
I have a
Yeah.
thought. I have a thought. I'm not sure if I'm for this, but it makes you think. Would you guys ever want the MLB to make the season start a little bit earlier and make it end a little bit earlier so it doesn't interfere with football?
I'd like it to not interfere with trick or treating.
Because maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, maybe it starts like you push spring training up a month, you shorten the games, and you end it in like September, right around when football starts.
What do you mean shorten the games?
Maybe
What do you
lower
mean?
the games from like instead of like 162, maybe you lower it to like 120, 110. It's just an idea. I'm not even saying I'm for it. It's just I've thought about it.
And you call yourself a baseball purist.
Well, I think the rate of games that they play, it's just a crazy schedule. Like it's
Harris,
hard
Randy's
for people
entire
to work.
life, his entire life, there have been 162 games.
Yeah.
Randy's entire life.
Yeah.
And now you want to go and change that?
Well, I know people that have worked in baseball, and it's a crazy schedule. They barely get any
Players?
time.
Oh,
No, not
wow.
players.
Well, then
But you're working like 70, 80 plus hours a week.
They
It's
work
crazy.
in baseball.
Oh my gosh.
On YouTube.
I think that there's
See
some
what I'm
Major
doing
League
on-
Baseball binkies that got dropped.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Right there.
all right.
Right
I
there.
digress. I digress. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. And I think the ratings would do better if they didn't interfere with.
Well, let's just
with
make
football.
each game. Why don't we start every batter off with a ball and a strike, and let's make each
Oh
game
my gosh.
5 innings long.
That is not
and
what
we'll
I'm
start
saying.
it in.
No.
We'll start it in
Ooh,
February.
Randy, don't forget the tees. Let them
Yeah,
play
oh
off.
yeah,
you know, the tee
off
ball.
tees.
Yeah, like a tee.
So there's no balls and strikes. They get 3 swings at the tee, and
Everybody wins.
Yeah, and everybody. There's no winner or loser. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1168 says, I think last year we had a World Series game or two in November, right?
Oh yeah. Well, the
It usually
Diamondbacks
is.
they were in November.
Derek Jeter's nickname. Is he Mr. November?
Yes.
1168
Yes.
also says no overlapping sports is great. Look at October. You got hockey, baseball,
Yeah.
football, and NBA. Every week you get 1 or 2 days a week where all 4 sports are on.
True.
I don't want another text from you until you pick a nickname.
I think he makes a good point, though. I mean,
You know it's a he. Could be a she.
or she, whichever. I always have thought that the NBA should start on Christmas Day to avoid this issue. Start Christmas Day, give them the summer for the playoffs,
The
and
NBA is
end it
not
a
an
month
issue.
later. I don't know. I think the ratings would
Give
go
them
up
the
if they did that.
summer.
Give them part of the summer, yeah. For the
Why do they
playoffs.
call baseball then the boys of summer?
Well, I mean, I think it'd be good.
You're
if
going
they
to ruin the
split it.
Don Henley song.
I think there's just an opening in
Yeah.
the sports calendar.
Don Henley
That's
will
all.
have to come back and rewrite the entire song. It'll be mostly the boys of late summer. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That
I
doesn't
feel like
work.
Don Henley might be litigious, Harris. You may want to not answer your front door for a while.
Yeah,
You're gonna get
I'll,
served.
I'll say this: I'm way more pro NBA starting Christmas Day than MLB pushing the season back a little bit because the weather would be a concern in spring training and at the start of March. So, yeah, I'll say that.
Big George says, Harris, it snows every winter in New York City. You may not get huge blizzards of the 70s and 80s, but they get a lot of snow every winter. Harris ain't never been to big city.
Yeah, I'm not a city guy. I'm not.
Coming to Arizona is the biggest he's ever been
It's
to.
a- it-
6th largest city in the country, except for it's all spread the hell out everywhere.
And I can't even talk. It's been a big adjustment for me in this city in itself. So it's, yeah, not a city.
Pro Dog says, go Mariners. Suarez will pick it up. Raleigh, Rodriguez, Naylor, Suarez, Arizona. The lineup can do damage. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're not going to call you that, 1168.
Mm.
And then the boys do not call you that. I'm pretty sure I can't say that on the radio. I mean, can I?
I don't know.
I haven't heard it or seen it, so I don't know.
I looked it up just to be sure. Clammy gooch is a term that means excessive sweating and
no.
moisture in the groinal area.
Nope.
Probably not going to be allowed to say that every day.
Yeah,
I
I
think
would say
Radio
no.
Ron might come in on that one and say new.
Oh.
I want to try that
Oh.
one again, pal. Heavy Metal Maniac says, in the year 2001, Diamondbacks and the Yankees were the first 2 teams to play a World Series in November, and that was because of a 9/11.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
You mean to start a World Series in November?
No,
I
they
think that's
started
what it
in
was.
October.
Oh, did they?
started in October, yeah, but they played 3. They played the middle 3 games in November in New York City, and then they finished the last 2 in November here in Arizona. And can somebody explain to me who won that one again? My mind's a little foggy today. Was that the Diamondbacks that won that? Huh.
Oh yeah, Harris was a little baby.
I was.
Were you born?
I was born. I was
Yeah,
like
you were a
only a couple
baby.
months old.
Sent the Stankies home with their tail
One of the
between
only
their
times
legs. Yeah.
In my entire sports existence of loving sports that I stood up and cheered is when Luis Gonzalez, won the World Series there with that hit.
Yeah.
Most of the time I'm very reserved when it comes to watching my sports. But this one, nope, I was right up with everybody else.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big George says, Harris, I'm representing Don Henley, and we have a cease and desist order for your slander and libel. Cease and desist now, or we shall be litigious.
Or
Told you.
We shall be litigious. Wow, Harris.
Half the time, Harris, I just don't know what you're thinking.
What I'm thinking?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
Keep you
always
on
know
your
what you're thinking
toes.
because you never shut up. But I mean, I don't know what ever led you to say what you say or said what you think you thought and said you think you said you when you thought
Well,
it.
I don't know. I think Big
No, I said
George
it.
is mad because he thinks I'm slandering the game of baseball. I'm not slandering the game of baseball.
You're
I'm just
jerking
saying-
around with Don Henley's way of life.
Well, I'm just saying.
Don't
that
you know the
people,
song he's talking about?
Just
Have you
work
heard
too
The
much
Boys
in
of
that
Summer?
sport. I have
you
not,
heard The Boys
actually.
of Summer?
No, I haven't.
Oh
I
my
can go back
God.
and listen to it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
I
then it
gotta
was
go back and
remade
listen
by the Ataris. They're going to sue you too.
Yeah, the Ataris are not going to sue you. They're going to come in here and punch you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
they are
think
kinda
I
that
just
kind of
think the
people.
baseball schedule is too much of a. They work too much. They work too
Oh, I
much.
couldn't find it fast enough.
Man,
Oh,
look at this. It's a little bit blurry, but I have held that same trophy, my friend. That's Heavy Metal Maniacs holding the World Series trophy
Oh,
right there.
yeah. How about that?
And this flag up here was wobbly and kind of broken off because Randy Johnson was on top of a fire truck during the parade, and then it hit a tree. I don't know how it hit the trophy and not Randy Johnson.
He lifted it up.
Oh, he had it up over his head. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. But yes, there you go. We at least have that. Harris, your dad has the cure for clammy gooch, but we're not going to say that word anymore. So we're going to just go ahead and take a break and be back with hour two. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Fund.
Because of you, an unsheltered neighbor can have a warm meal, a shower, and clean clothes. Because of you, a struggling family will receive assistance to stay in their home. Because of you, a lost soul can regain hope. Because of you, the Salvation Army can give a hand up to those facing hardship in your local community. Donate now at salvationarmysouthwest.org. Above all, love. Sponsored by the Salvation Army Southwest Division.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills, or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend, Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend. October 31st through November 2nd. Experience the thrill of NASCAR racing at Phoenix Raceway. October 31st, it's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. November 1st, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And it all culminates with the NASCAR Cup Series Championship on Sunday, November 2nd. This event will sell out. Go to PhoenixRaceway.com for more. Don't miss the NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. Get your tickets now.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Powell Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We broadcast live in our super high-tech and luxurious studios here in Scottsdale, Arizona. You know, George, I'm not going to tell that story again. I feel like I told it too much. It says, Jeffrey, did you almost kill Lakers broadcasting legend Chick Hearn?
Oh, yeah.
When you were holding that trophy? Yes,
Yeah,
I did. I almost murdered him with it.
Mm-hmm.
I've told the story before. And he says he did die a few months afterwards, so maybe you contributed to putting him in an early grave? No,
I mean,
no.
could be.
I really doubt it. So, yeah, when I noticed that the trophy was wobbly and a little bit broken, I thought I had, oh my God, it's broken. They're going to think I did it. So I thrust it at Chick Hearn. Here, hold this. Because I figured if it breaks while he's holding it, oh, it's okay, Chick, we got this. If it breaks while a big nobody like me is holding it, I'm going to be beaten up by Tom Chambers and Randy Johnson and because there's a bunch of Suns players and Diamondback players there.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
I just figured I was going to get an epic beatdown and never be heard from again. So that is why that happened. And we've told that story way too many times.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so Harris, your dad says that to take care of the clammy, area, cornstarch. He says, as we say in the deep South, getting smooth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cornstarch?
Cornstarch is the
bread?
thing, man.
I mean,
no, it's a cornstarch. It's just you have to ask your wife about cornstarch. But yeah, that's something I learned from my mom. She's dead though.
Yeah, my wife is a classy lady. I don't think she uses cornstarch.
Oh, she would tell you what
for cornstarch.
She would tell you about the cornstarch. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask her about it, and then I'm gonna say, Randy said I should ask you about this
for the clammy groinal area. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're probably gonna get a call.
Me?
Me,
Randy?
I'm gonna get a call.
Harris, I'm talking with Randy. How did that have anything to do with you? I was telling him he's probably gonna get a call for bringing up things like this from my wife and the cornstarch.
I just, you asked about cornstarch, and I said, ask your wife about, I thought you didn't know what cornstarch was.
I know what it is.
Okay.
But I'm really sure she has no cornstarch in this house.
Really?
She's a classy lady.
Well,
Hefty Lefty says
you use the cornstarch in cooking too. The cooking. Yeah.
Oh, according to Harris's dad, you just use it for sweaty crotch.
Cornstarch?
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know. Take it up.
No,
with
you
his
use
dad.
it in cooking as well. Yeah, but go ahead.
Hefty Lefty says cornstarch is a great thickening agent for different foods.
See?
Jackwad says, does Harris cook or make Southern food at all? Do you make Southern fried food? Do you make the Southern food? Do you make the grits? Do you make the... I don't know what Southern food is, really, to be honest.
I've definitely gotten better, but I'm still working at it. Thanks for asking.
What is Southern food?
Biscuits,
grits
is definitely
collard
one.
greens.
Oh, honey baked ham is definitely one. Collard
I
greens,
eat honey baked ham. I
mashed
eat,
potatoes.
Yeah, I mean most of those things, just not grits.
You have instead
Grits
of
are awesome.
you have grits with your everything. You have grits and pork chops.
Think breakfast.
Grits with your eggs. Yeah,
Yeah, I think breakfast is very Southern.
I can get down in the South. I just don't want to eat grease. There's a lot of grease.
There is a lot of fat.
Southern cooking is all about grease. Fried green tomatoes.
Oh my gosh, Randy, you're making me hungry.
You talk about
I'm not that into tomatoes.
Yeah, Oh my God, these are good though. You'd like them. No, you'd like them. They're about that big. They're fried.
Yeah,
they're green. They've got some cornstarch on them and cornmeal and junk.
I just learned. Yeah.
But it depends on the South too, because if you want to go to Memphis, you get Memphis barbecue. You want to go to Louisiana, you get some good seafood. There's a lot of different types. You
get that Cajun in Louisiana.
Cajun. Oh yeah.
You're right,
of
Baker's
culture.
Cocky Hens. Cornbread on your crotch does seem risky. Anyway, so all right, let's get back into it. Now the WNBA is now on the lookout for another offender after a sex toy struck a 12-year-old girl during a Wings and Liberty game.
Another one?
It's like you can't throw a neon green ding dong around anywhere without hitting a kid these days. You know what I mean? I didn't realize how many kids were going to these WNBA games. You just seems like what are the chances that 2 children get hit by neon green dinglings? Anyways, the police are looking for him.
I hope so.
The person who did it. So.
Yes.
Wasn't it that crypto company?
What?
I don't know if I
They were
believe them. I
involved
think
in
they were just
that?
looking for free publicity.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. It sounds
Hey,
weird.
Randy, it's time to
Yes.
feed the fish.
Okay.
We're going to feed the fish, talk a little bit of college sports and stuff.
All right. Let's feed the fish.
All right.
I need
Don't
to get some sort of a sounder for that. Yeah, like yeah.
So John Mateer.
Yeah.
John Mateer. He I guess he got in trouble. They were like, hey, we think that guy is gambling. Why is that? Well, because there were some posts with his Venmo accounts and some money is moving around there, and it said on there sports gambling on his Venmo. Now, by the way, everybody can see your Venmo. Everybody who wants to can see your Venmo and what you send stuff out from. So sports gambling showed up, and now school officials are like, well, okay, what's this? So they're looking into it, and now he says it was just an inside joke. It wasn't really gambling. Oh, John Mateer, you are a liar.
Wow.
Made a bet with a pal, or his pal made bets for him. The question is going to be for me, was the money coming or going?
I don't think there's anything here.
Was the money coming or going?
I don't think there was any money.
And how much money?
Well, I thought you said they could see the Venmo. Could they not see if
they
it was
they can see the Venmo,
a direct deposit or if it was sent from?
I don't think there's anything there. They're going to be able
How
to
do
track
you
his
know?
bets.
They need to investigate this to be sure. And that's the questions I would want answered is like, how much money is being sent back or forth under sports gambling to this guy's account with his friends or whoever?
Yeah.
And how often, when, those sorts of things. Context is important, and you can sort of build the context with the records.
Yeah, they'll investigate it as they should because, in this climate and with what the Venmo was labeled, technically you should, but I have a pretty strong hunch here that there was nothing there. My reasoning.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch that there was. And remember, college athletes are prohibited from betting on any sport that is in the NCAA. So you could lose your eligibility for doing so and worse. So, you have a hunch. It's probably nothing. I have a hunch. Yeah, let's look at the dates and the times and whatnot. I have a hunch it was something.
Yeah.
Our hunches are irrelevant. The facts are what matters. And they need to go through those records and sort this out.
Yeah, they will. They'll investigate it. It's a really interesting story because if there is something there, man, I don't know if y'all been following Oklahoma football these last few years, but in the 2010s, they were utterly dominant. And last year, they really struggled. They went 6-7. They lost to Navy. They had horrible issues offensively. Their 6 best receivers got hurt. Their big, hype freshman quarterback, it didn't necessarily work out. So Oklahoma brought in John Mateer from Washington State and said, all right, Brent Venables basically saying, my job's on the line. We need something here. So they brought in his OC. And if there is something there and Mateer isn't able to play, it could go really badly for Oklahoma because that schedule's tough.
So here's more information on the screenshots that were presented.
Okay, yeah.
And this shows twice sports gambling in memos.
Yep.
For transactions on November 20th, 2022, when he was a freshman at Washington State. Both transactions allegedly made to a Venmo account for Richard Roten, who's believed to be a teammate at Washington State at the time. So, again, if they were betting on their own stuff, hey, I bet I get a touchdown, or I bet I don't, or but whatever the case, if they're betting even on their own stuff, that is prohibited.
Well, this was his freshman year, right? So that was a while ago. Yeah. So not recent, but still does definitely apply. I would be willing to bet. Sometimes when people label Venmo payments, they're just like nothing. It's just sort of a Gen Z thing.
I have labeled Venmo payments the most filthy and horrific things possible when I send money.
Oh, I do.
So other people see, venereal disease cream, just like some of the worst possible things.
I do the exact same thing. Me both.
Oh, jeez.
I like the other guys we've worked with at the radio station. I Venmoed them. Like we'd have lunch, but I'd Venmo the money. It says midnight handy to completion.
Yeah.
And anybody seeing their stuff is like, oh, geez, So I get it, joking, but where's the joke in sports gambling?
I think
especially when it's something that can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Yeah.
That's a bet.
Yep. I just think, I feel like it's an inside joke. It's everyone does the Venmo a lot of people joke around with the Venmo stuff. I just don't think if anyone was legitimately
joking with sports gambling, you joke with something like what I do, not what sports gambling. It doesn't.
If anyone would be actually putting a bet down, and you're not allowed to, I don't think anyone would be that naive to publicly make the Venmo and label it that. I just don't think.
People can be dumber than you would ever imagine.
I was just going to say, how many times have we witnessed what you would think would be a relatively intelligent person doing something incredibly stupid? I mean, it happens all the time.
Everybody does it, yeah.
I mean, all of us do it. We make questionable decisions all the time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I want to give this kid the benefit of the doubt, like you do, Triple H, but. I mean, come on! In this era that we live in, and the guy is stupid enough to make the memo sports bet.
It's a huge deal. This guy is like mocked to be a first round NFL draft pick.
Well,
in some areas.
He knows all of this stuff, and he understands you're not supposed to be involved in sports betting. This goes back to the top of the show when we were talking about prop bets, and Jeffrey and I were talking about athletes, professional athletes. Now, Jeffrey, you should broaden it to say any athlete, whether you're in college or if you're of betting age and you're an athlete, it's a no to do any betting. Period.
I mean, that'd be the easiest way of doing it until you've retired from athletics. You shouldn't be messing around betting. That's. I don't know how else to protect the integrity of the game. And it's not just the integrity of the game, it's also the integrity of your bets.
Yeah.
Your bets. You could end up hosed on a deal because somebody decided to fix something. So it's not just them getting away with something, you're getting hosed over. Fish Tank says, I feel like Triple H always has a very positive outlook on people being good or doing the right thing. This show will help get you nice and jaded, kid. Hang around.
Thanks. I appreciate that, Fish Tank. No,
Commando Duke says, I've always wanted to date a Southern belle. I thought I got over it, but Triple H's intermittent Southern twang brings that feeling back.
Who said that?
Commando Duke.
Okay.
Evidently, you are turning him on.
I don't know why. I wonder why they call him Commando.
I don't know, man.
Oh, because he's a Commandos fan.
Or
he goes Commando.
Either way.
All the possibilities here. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says college kids are dumb, but I don't think they'd be labeling it sports gambling if it actually was gambling. It would have been emojis or something else, but you don't know that, Hefty Lefty, and nobody knows that. That's why they need to subpoena the records, take a look at it. And if it's like $17.83, it was probably for some Subway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's like $300. Now you're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, okay, if you were joking, what was it for?
Yeah.
And then show me somewhere else in this Venmo where there's similar charges.
Yeah.
And then you gave it other jokey joke names. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This guy deserves to be under investigation.
For sure. I mean, there should be at least an investigation, and I'll bet you OU and the NCAA will be looking into that. I just
you.
nice one. Yeah, I think they will be looking into it. I of course want to give them the benefit of the doubt just for like the football reason in it, because I know how good Oklahoma can really be this year with all that they have, how good their defense is, the transfers that they got, Ott, the running back from Cal. They're going to be a contender this year. And if John Mateer doesn't play, and if something is seriously going on here, I don't think Venables makes it like halfway through the season. I think Oklahoma may switch coaches. It might be just, it would get ugly. I don't think there's anything there. That's my gut feeling. I think there's, that's just, we'll wait and see, but I lean that.
That's a good theory based on absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Walter Mellon.
You're not wrong.
Walter Mellon says, Jeffrey, he'll be cleared. It was his translator. That's possible.
It's always the translator.
Is what's his name involved in this? What's his name? Lupe?
Quiet Cannon says, Harris, evil never takes a day off. Happy Lefty says, I'm not saying they shouldn't investigate, but putting sports gambling is like buying drugs on Venmo and labeling it for drugs.
Yeah.
But I understand looking into it. No, there's been guys who have like this T-shirt that says drug dealer, and they get pulled over and they're arrested because they are a drug dealer.
Yeah.
People are dumb like that, or they feel like they're invincible.
That's
Commando
crazy.
Duke says, is Rocky Top back yet? Is she a Southern Belle?
Hasn't been.
We don't
back
believe
yet.
Rocky Top actually existed, and that person has disappeared now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hamilton
yeah.
Porter says Harris is Oklahoma wasn't an SEC team. Would you still call them a contender?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the brand that they've been in the history of football. Look at how they've been recruiting. I mean, and look how good their defense has been. Their issue was just their quarterback got hurt, or their quarterback faced a really hard situation in which his entire O-line got hurt. Their 6 best receivers got hurt last year. It is an anomaly what happened to them last year. So I feel like they'll be a step up.
Their issue has been scoring points.
Yeah, well said. Their issue's been scoring points.
Is that necessary? Is that important?
You have not been able to score points.
More
Last year,
points than your opponent to win the game.
2 years ago, they were really good. They had Dylan Gabriel. But last year, they kind of had a welcome to the SEC moment. They could not score. They couldn't run the ball, pass the ball. And that's an issue, like Randy said.
So Beer Bob earlier has sent over. It's a pretty funny picture, but I can't read it. But it's basically, I'll try to translate. But you were talking about the neon green dinglings that have been thrown on the WNBA court. So we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Picture of LeBron James laying on his back, and it says, this dingling's been throwing himself in the court for years.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yep.
But I couldn't read it the way it
Couldn't
was
read it like it was. Yeah.
Harris, your dad has a warning.
All righty.
Be very careful with Southern Belles. They have skills to take all of your money and suck the life right out of you.
Oh, boy.
Be very careful, young men.
Oh, my gosh.
They have skills.
Some of them, he ain't wrong.
They're Liam Neeson in a blonde wig. So there you go.
Very special set of skills.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, more of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
A tool for people to connect with the universe and begin to understand it.
Get our free app and listen to the Daily Blender everywhere you go at 1580thefanatic.com.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you. Even bad hair day? Yep. And tree branch fell on my car day? Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto. How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day? Those days too. Great, because that was each day this week. Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Arizona businesses need more skilled workers, and our students are the solution. At the Pima Joint Technical Education District, we build the talent Arizona businesses rely on. With cutting-edge programs in health and technology and hands-on career training, our 30,000 students will graduate ready for high-demand careers. JTED builds the future of Arizona's workforce. Learn how our students will bring excellence to your business at pimajted.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Here in Arizona, summer heat is a fact of life, but lately it's not just the temperatures that are rising. Inflation, global tensions, and economic uncertainty are heating up also. I'm Shannon Estes, president of CMI Gold and Silver. In turbulent times, doing nothing is the biggest risk of all. Smart investors always look to protect their wealth. Right now, with gold soaring past $3,000 an ounce and silver still affordable, investors are taking action. Established in 1973, CMI is the oldest precious metals bullion dealer in the U.S. We've helped Americans nationwide over the past 50 years with honest advice, secure and private transactions, and transparent low prices. We're family-owned, A-plus rated, and trusted by generations. Don't wait for the next financial heat wave to make your move. Prepare today with precious metals. Visit CMIGS.com or call us at 602-234-2300. Mention Money Radio to get a free 1-ounce silver coin on your first order. Call 602-234-2300. CMIGS.com.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Nick Costos breaks down the biggest matchups, checks on the latest line movements, and keeps you up to date with the futures market. You Better You Bet is a show that features the brightest minds in the sports betting world. Interviews from headliners, insights and information on what plays you might want to consider and which ones to steer clear of. You Better You Bet with Nick Costos. Weekdays noon till 3 on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 The Fanatic, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's getting weather here on 1580 The Fanatic. So Andy, I put some LED bulbs into my headlights.
Oh, no kidding. Wow, yeah, okay.
So dim. I don't want to blind anybody in front of me. So
yeah.
if I start getting flashed, I'll try to aim things. I'll try to. I don't want to bother anyone. But
look, if I get flashed, I just keep my head straight. I don't look.
You can't let your wife see you look.
Well, and then that I don't want to. I don't need to see that. I'm happily married. Quit flashing me is all I'm saying.
Great peripheral vision. That's really important.
Well.
So I was talking to the guy, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna I want to put some LED bulbs in," and so I bought some. I'm gonna do it myself. And then he's like, "Oh, you want some LED bulbs for your taillights?" I'm like, "Jesus, I don't want to blind the people in back of me as much as I'm blinding the people in front of me. No, I'm good with regular bulbs on the taillights. Why would I need LEDs in my taillights? Seems a bit much, doesn't it?"
Well, I mean, the LED technology, it will last much longer than the than the current
put
bulb
the family
technology.
in the minivan behind me in like a tanning bed.
No, I don't think so.
It's too much.
I mean, that's up to you, but I would do it just so I'm not. Look, the next set of bulbs I put into my vehicle will be ones that will last me all the way to the end. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know. That LEDs burn out too, man.
Rarely.
I had LEDs when I moved into this house. We moved in this house in 2018, and LEDs I put into the kitchen bulbs, and they're pretty nice and not cheap. And they have started burning out one by one.
Really?
And I'm like, And I did the math on it because here's the thing: most people, if you have your light bulb on, it'll last, they say, 30,000 hours or whatever it is. And I did the math, and it's like, well, we don't just turn them on for a little bit and then turn them off. Those lights down there are probably on most of the day,
right?
Times 7 years. So, okay, yeah, and actually we got our money's worth out of those things. So, I'm sure tail lights will never burn out if they're LEDs. I think you got a point on that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't need it to be that bright. I don't
know.
know.
The tail lights are different than the headlights. The headlights are designed to shoot down the road farther, where the tail lights just are going on and off. Brighter when it's braking.
I thought it was going to be so bright that I'd hit the car behind me and the people behind them could see what they were thinking.
No.
That's how bright I thought it was going to be.
Yes, I studied all. I've forgotten so much of it, but I studied in a prior life. I did a lot of theatrical stuff in worship setting and that sort of thing.
Randy did interpretive dance on Broadway.
Randy, did you do theater?
Yeah.
Were you a theater guy?
No, I was not theater.
He was Puck.
I was what? Excuse me? What did you say? Anyway, I was
said you were a puck.
Well, a hockey puck. I was. What was I saying? I was.
Yeah, well, you've got experience with the LEDs.
I was a technology guy at a large church here in the valley.
Okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So
I see.
I had to learn all that stuff.
Learn all the behind the scenes.
All that stuff.
On Easter, his laser light shows.
The laser light shows.
Baker's Cocky Hens says some of them LEDs are worse than the sun. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to blind everybody. That's all. Harris's dad says Harris and his brother at the cotillion dancing with their mom after a month of training and etiquette on how to be Southern gentlemen. Oh, so this is from that class that Harris said that he took.
Yesterday, yeah, we're talking about it.
All right.
When he had to behave like a proper gentleman.
Yes.
And there they are.
Well, listen,
there's his dopey brother.
That's my
Ned.
brother.
Yeah, that's
Ned.
I don't think that's Ned, but
Ned.
okay.
And this is Darlene.
No, it's
and
mom.
then
Correct.
That's
That
Harris
is
with
mom.
a proper haircut.
Oh, look at that.
Proper haircut, no mustache.
See, you're probably wondering my hair is straight there. My hair didn't start curling up until about 7th, 8th grade.
If you were to cut it that short again, it probably wouldn't curl.
Probably.
It would.
It would probably look exactly like that again.
What's your brother's name here?
Win.
Win.
He always
He
wins.
wants to be called Ned.
He wants
your
to
mother.
No.
What's her name?
No. My mom?
Yeah.
Melanie.
I was close. Darlene is very close to
Darlene,
Melanie.
Melanie.
Actually, Darlene is the Greek way of saying Melanie.
Well, that is a beautiful picture. That's a great picture.
Thank you.
What's going on with this girl back here? She's like, I think she is stalking you. She's into you. I can tell. Look at her. Look at the look on her face.
Yes,
Maybe.
because
She's trying to keep an eye
you
on
can tell
Maybe.
her hair. Her head whipped around real
Just-
quick.
Yeah.
She didn't
Just
want to be
as your
caught in the
dad was
picture.
snapping at. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. She didn't want to be staring at you.
She's up to no good right there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Potentially. Yep. Yeah, you never know.
I'm sure there's stories you don't have to tell.
Now,
us.
if you look
It
at
could
that
be
redhead,
Rocky Top. It could be Rocky
uh,
Top.
that redhead
wait,
that was in that picture.
Isn't that redhead a dude though?
Well, yes, but I was just going to say that redheaded guy right there. That looks like my third born Nick. He's got red hair like that. So that
Really?
might be Nick right behind you. I don't know. I mean,
Well, he's got some splaining to do if he's
Well, I
sneaking
had a
out to
whole-
a cotillion.
whole period of time in my life that I've completely forgotten. I woke up one day and all my kids were out of the house. So I don't know what happened there.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what's funny? During Cotillion, my mom and my childhood best friend's mom, they used to like take videos of us and they had these big iPads and it was a glass wall. And so they would go, all the kids would be like looking over, like, who are those two women over there? What are they doing? They have the big old iPads and they'd smush it right against the glass and like get down on all these different angles and take pictures. It was so embarrassing. It was every kid would look over and be like, what are they doing over there? What are they doing?
Ned. My name is Ned.
He is
Oh,
grown
I'm
up.
called
He
Ned.
is
Now
that
it
little
is-
scrawny kid is now
Ned.
ripped. He
Now
is
he's
no
he's in
Ned.
good shape.
Now,
Ask him
when-
if he wants to be called Ned because I think he's a Ned.
No, he wouldn't
Hello,
want
I'm
that.
Ned.
He
How are
wouldn't
you?
want that. No,
when does he have facial hair like you do?
no, he doesn't.
Huh?
I'm like the only one. I'm the only one of
so
my
now
whole
he's
family.
mom's favorite. I see.
No, he's not. Don't say that, Randy.
Shark Cat
I
says,
speak the truth.
I got defensive.
Triple H had a better stash back then. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh, man.
All right, Swazman's on the text line. He says, Jeffrey, you know better. It's time to talk NFL and college football, okay? That's what it's about. Stop all this side stuff. Stay focused, especially because Harris might have some insights into college football. Swazman, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, and you've been listening long enough to know that.
Yeah.
And the more you tell me something that I should be doing, the less likely I am to do it. So with that, let's talk about this. So they were playing the tennis. And the Cincinnati Open.
Yeah.
And there is this tennis player named Emma Raducanu.
Okay.
Right.
And so she's playing and she's very distracted because there's in the background, there's a
baby crying.
Baby.
Okay.
And she was getting ready to serve right there in the third set. She was trailing and she was just like, and she goes over to the chair umpire and says, you can't hear on the broadcast, so I'm going to recreate it. She said, could you ask them to probably make that baby stop crying or take the baby out because it's very distracting? And then you could hear, she's like, it's been 10 minutes that baby's been crying. And the umpire, then you could hear the umpire on the recording says, it's a child. You want me to send a child out of the stadium? And all of a sudden, a bunch of people in the crowd went, yes. Everybody started saying, yes. And so Emma's just like, see?
And I rest my case.
A bunch of yeses. And I don't know that the baby was ejected from the stadium, but let me just say this. Should have been. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just submit something to you right here and right now. I've had 3 children in my life, babies to adults. And when they would cry in a restaurant, at a grocery store, at an event, I would comfort them. And if I couldn't, I removed them. Don't be that inconsiderate parent who's like, thinks that we have to be subjected to your kid running around a restaurant and screaming and knocking crap over.
No, that doesn't
don't
fly.
Be that inconsiderate parent who doesn't try. Now, if it's a baby, then you and the baby go walk outside and just like do what you can to comfort the baby. I'm not mad at the baby. Don't drag a baby along to something if they are colicky or they're crying. Listen. I sympathize, and I know you want to go do stuff, but not every place is a place for a baby. My kids would have a tantrum in the store. I would take them out of the store. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they didn't want to go out of the store.
Well, there's no cameras out where I'm going to take this kid. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you just sometimes if they're going to cry it out, then you take them, you get in the car with them and you start the air conditioning and you just let them cry it out, but you don't ruin other people's day inconsiderately, letting a child just scream and scream and scream and scream. And this gal, she's playing in a serious event. And she's just like, can we do something about the baby? Because if I'm up there doing stand-up and there's a baby screaming, first off, what are you bringing a baby into a bar for? You're a horrible parent. Yeah, but if there's I'd be like, it's distracting. It'd be distracting for anybody right now who's coming home from work that does a job anywhere. You're an accountant in an office. You're working at construction and screaming babies. They shouldn't be inflicted on everybody else.
Has that happened
do the best
before?
you can. I sympathize, but make the attempt. Just
absolutely, yeah.
Has that happened to you before, Jeffrey? Doing stand up and there was a crying baby?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, there's one time I did a Mother's Day banquet, and that would have made sense. But even they had the good sense not to bring a screaming baby
in a bar. Yeah.
To a thing. So, Baker's Cocky Hen says, surprise women's tennis hasn't had the WNBA issue yet. Always sounds like they got a couple of. Okay, I can't read the rest of that.
Wow.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah. People have more class, I guess, when they go into a tennis match. I don't know.
I think that's true. I think also, I mean,
why do we want to throw these things at women anyway?
Well, what do you mean? I mean, that's my point. I don't understand why these things keep getting into the arenas. I mean,
I know how they're getting them in.
Well, maybe, yeah. But there's got to be ways to stop this business. And if you're at a WNBA game and you see somebody chucking one of those, turn them in. Call an usher over and turn those guys in, or this person in, this weirdo in that keeps doing this.
888-368-1580. Kyle G says children under 6 shouldn't be at sporting events. If you can afford the tickets, you can afford a babysitter.
Well,
no infant should be in an event. Yeah, because everybody sees the video where the dad holding the baby and the beer catches the ball. They're like, ah. And I'm like, what if the baby got brain, the ball just right in the soft spot? I don't think it's safe to bring babies to games unless you're sitting very far away. And then the problem is the loud music. Hurting their little ears.
Oh, yeah.
At games and stuff.
Yeah.
You go to a Cardinals game, man, we all come prepared with like earplugs because it's too loud. I mean, God bless third down, Jim Barnett, but my God, that's loud when you're at the game.
Is it? Did he say babies or did he say? He said under the age of 6. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
My dad took me to sporting events.
What makes sense?
Yeah, my dad took me to sporting
events.
events.
How about under the age of 5? Screaming incessantly? How about if your kid's screaming incessantly?
I don't think they should be toddlers.
Get the hell out.
4, 5, 6 years old, depending on their maturity level. If you want to take them, just make sure that you understand that you're not there to watch the game. You're there to enjoy it with your child. And if your child wants to get up and move around, then you need to get up and move around. Don't make a big scene with your child. You know what I mean? Take them to D. Baxter's Den there in center field on the concourse there. Go to the pitching thing they have for these kids. They know how to let these kids enjoy, kind of these extracurricular activities at the ballpark.
Great
do what
points,
Jeffrey's
Randy.
Doing.
Phenomenal
I don't
points,
know
Randy.
What this is.
Oh, well, so here's a couple of babies with the Tennessee Titans cheerleaders. Harris and his brother Ned standing there in the concourse getting their pictures
taken. Look at the smile on Harris. Wow.
Yeah, Harris looks extremely uncomfortably happy.
I think that was freshman.
He's
year
got
of high
4
school
girls. You
or
only
8th
have
grade.
3.
Wow.
Dang it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He's got
and
game.
then you got
I
1,
have to
2,
say,
3.
Wynn's got some game. He does.
Wynn's got some game.
He's got some game.
Ned's got it going
Always
on.
has. He's got it going on. He does.
Smoking area.
That was, I think that was 8th grade, 9th grade, around there. Yep.
Here's what your dad says. Sorry. He says, never forget the Tennessee Titans and especially their cheerleaders love and adore Harris. They love and adore Ned a bit more.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
LA Kid says, serious, get off my lawn vibes here. No kids at sporting events? Wow. Never said no kids. Only thing I'm saying is little screaming children shouldn't be at the sporting event. I don't care if you're 5, 6, 9, 10, 15. Screaming, crying, tantrum throwing entity should not be at a game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially the babies, that's just dangerous. In my head, that's dangerous. I took my my infant daughter to a Phoenix Roadrunners hockey game, but we were up in a suite. There was no puck ever coming our way, and I made sure that she, even then at that distance, was behind plexiglass. So, and I was a little bit stressed out about it, and she didn't cry. And if she was going to cry, I was going to take her out where it wouldn't bother people. I mean, it's just common decency, people. But if you want to see the video for the tennis player, it's a pretty funny moment. And you don't hear the baby crying either, though. That's weird. But it's at my Twitter, at RadioPal1580. Big George says, sorry, Harris, looking at that picture, your brother Ned pulled way hotter cheerleaders than you did.
Wow.
Your cheerleaders look like Shriner's kids.
Wow.
What are you talking about? They all look fine.
Wow. Big George.
Ned just had one more girl than he did. That's all.
Ned. Stop it. Not Ned.
What's his name?
When.
Now. I'd like to know now.
When.
Now. I mean, we're running up against a break. What's his name?
Oh, I love that. WYNN.
Way to shut him down. Oh, man.
WYNN. What's it short for?
Mm-hmm.
Same. It's short for win.
Now.
W-Y-N-N.
Way to bring it back, Jeffco. This is fun to watch.
It's like a poker match.
Oh, yes.
I've never heard that name as a first name.
Yeah, it's
Is
usually
it a family name.
It's usually a last. He was named after he was named after this guy named Dr. Douglas, who I think is one of our ancestors, but that's his middle name. I don't know how they got his first name. I'm not sure. So
I've already lost interest.
Yeah.
LA Kid
Maybe
says,
Dad will
"Oh,
have
I
to say."
misunderstood. You're right, Jeffco. Crying kids should be taken away the field of play." Morticia's man says, common decency ain't so common now.
No.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
Mhm.
We got to take a break, though. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender is streamed live on YouTube. Search 1580 The Fanatic to watch.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The reigning WNBA MVP Asia Wilson just had another iconic performance. The Las Vegas Aces leader became the first player in league history to record a 30-point, 20-rebound game in a victory over the Connecticut Sun. Well, the Aces have been around 500 for most of the season, but Wilson is turning things around for her squad. She ranks second in the league in both points and rebounds per game. Wilson scored 32 on Sunday, and now Las Vegas has won its last 4 contests.
I mean, the Aces have always had this swagger of just like, we here. And I feel like we had that swagger too long, and we lost our ability to punch back because we just were relying on this swagger that was not there for us this year in the beginning. And I think now as games gone through and we've been punched so many times that now we're starting to punch back.
The Aces now have an 18-14 record on the season. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Erica Herskowitz on Westwood One.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on home and auto insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your house sitter has the new code first before leaving for vacation.
System lockout.
But that's a code.
Contacting authority.
I'm out of here.
Oh, seriously, the car too?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a home and auto bundle that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time in no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
To all my friends in Arizona, you don't need Gary Kaltbaum to tell you that your power costs are going up astronomically year after year. Last year, APS had a huge rate increase, which impacted so many families. This year, it's SRP's turn. There is a good chance that the federal solar tax credit, your hard-earned federal tax dollars that you will receive and that pays 30% of your solar system, may be going away at the end of December. But I'm here to tell you about the Solar Sandy solution. Don't regret regret not going solar now. The Solar Sandy solution strives to achieve zero power bills or very close to zero. And for over 10 years, my friend Solar Sandy has been helping Arizona families and getting them the federal and state tax credit that helps pay for it. When those bills go up, there's nobody helping you pay your increased power bills. So go to AskSolarSandy.com. That's AskSolarSandy.com and fill out her kilowatt worksheet today. That's AskSolarSandy.com.
1580, The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. All right. Let's see. We got about this much random stuff to talk about before we can talk the NFL.
All right.
Oh, but first, Randy, make sure you check your records.
My records?
Yeah, because, well, you know how Ron has an AOL account, his personal account he still uses after.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, they're shutting that down.
Oh, yes. Okay.
AOL dial-up internet is shutting down.
All right. Well, it's a sad day. Yeah.
Harris, back in the day, you used to have to put the phone line into your computer, a phone line, and then it would dial a number, and then it would connect to the internet through the telephones. And you'd get like, 28K, 56K, and forget it. I mean, pictures took forever. I mean, everything you do now on a computer, watching movies and having like even what we're doing right now with the cameras, no way it would have happened.
Crazy.
This would have been back in that time, Jeffrey. I mean, would you even imagine back in those days that we would have this kind of ability right now?
No, I think Radio Ron started streaming audio. He was ahead of his time back in the 90s. He was actually streaming to the internet the audio. But it was, low grade because the technology was not new enough.
Sure.
When people started trying to talk to us about, like, I'm talking to you across the internet right now. It's coming from my house to the studio. And then from the studio, it's being over a type of internet through some antennas and stuff to the transmitter. And people who are listening on the stream, or if you're watching on the video or wherever it is, almost everything we do here goes through the internet. And even like 12 years ago, people were like, you should do voice over IP. And I'm like, I don't trust that stuff. No, it's just, and remember, Randy, the problems we used to have even 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, and it would, even the hookups we have now can occasionally have problems. And it doesn't take that much bandwidth to run this.
Yeah.
So, I can't imagine doing what we're doing now back then, but people could imagine it because it was possible. Just if you get everything faster, so the processors got faster, the speeds over the line went faster. They said, okay, get it off the phone lines, get it on the cables, get it on the satellites and all that stuff. Now everything is way faster than it used to be. Get it on the fiber, and it's crazy fast now.
Yeah.
So now I take it for granted. I mean, I can run the radio station from my phone. I could right now, because I have access, I could get into Harris's computer and ruin his day.
Well, yes.
And I could just sit there and go click, and all of a sudden he's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So
I would say that.
All of these things we couldn't imagine 10 years ago, we're doing now. It makes you kind of excited to say, well, I wonder what we'll be able to do 10 years from now.
Sure.
My wife is convinced that there's going to be robot nurses for us when we're old.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like from iRobot, but I'm like, I don't know if they're going to be ready for us. And if they are ready for us, it will cost all our money. It will be very expensive.
They'll be ready for me, that's for sure. And they're going to come.
Yeah.
Those AI, everything. It's going to take a lot of jobs.
Well,
so Randy will have humans wiping his tuchus. I might have a Roomba wiping my tuchus, but it'll be a straight up Android taking care of Harris's tuchus.
Yep. A straight up robot.
Straight up.
But my
Android.
wife, she believes, she's like, no, I think they're going to have it. I think they're going to be ready, because you see the videos of them creepy robot dogs, and then some other human type things. I bet we're not too far off from having the iRobot robots, but I don't know. I mean, that'd be nice, but I'm not counting on it.
It's dangerous, I think, what's at stake with how many jobs could be lost. Yeah. But in the name of innovation, I mean, I'll bet you.
Randy and I are ready to retire, so we don't care.
Yeah. For y'all, it doesn't matter. For my generation, it severely matters.
Did he?
I mean, totally y'alled us.
He went y'all again.
How many y'alls did we give him a limit for? 3. So if he y'alls again,
Yeah.
I can't remember what the penalty is.
Was it like
we're old, so you're lucky,
minute
Harris. We can't remember what we're supposed to do.
Maybe those Roombas need to come earlier.
3, I think,
Just
is
kidding,
a 5
just
minute.
Yeah, I think it's 3. Harris's dad says used to have 9600 baud on dial-up. Yeah, that was the starter kit. Then it went up to 24 and then 56. So Rattlers fan says, how exactly will the mechanics of a robot cleaning my crack of liquid poo happen?
Wow.
I think they will clean themselves. They'll be self-cleaning
like
robots.
Cats.
No, I don't think they're going to sit there and lick their paws, Harris. They're going to walk into a sterilization bath, I think.
That is a rough picture in my head right there.
Sorry, guys. I just thought of self-cleaning, and the first thing I thought of was cats.
Wow.
Say goodbye to You Got Mail. It's over. Anyway.
It was a good run.
Well,
It was a good run.
I don't remember what I was really trying to get to, but so I don't care about soccer. I think that's well documented.
Yes.
And I don't care about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
But then it turns out he's very rich.
Yes, he has all the money. Yes.
And he got engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Georgina Rodriguez. And it is the biggest diamond you have ever seen in your life.
Wow. No kidding.
It is it's so big, it can't be real. Like, she can't walk around with that thing. You know, first off, she's going to end up slicing somebody's face accidentally with it. And, you know, it's big. It's like, I can't even describe how big it is. I'm trying to bring it up on the computer so I can at least show you guys.
Big old honking rock on her finger, huh?
Right. And it's like, it's unseemly. You know, like, and where is
Unseemly.
Ronaldo?
Wow.
Where is Ronaldo from? Where is he
Well,
live? Portugal. Does
uh,
he live in South America?
No, he's from Portugal.
Well,
Or
he's
he-
from Portugal,
yeah, he's
but
from
he plays for Miami now.
That's a real diamond,
No,
right?
you're thinking
Wow.
of Lionel Messi.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo
Wow.
was a part of a. I'm not a huge soccer guy, but I know he's a part of some Saudi Arabian league for a little bit. They paid him a lot of money, like a
First off,
crazy amount of money.
Look at the size of the diamond.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
huge.
a
It's crazy.
that's a huge rock there.
That's
And
a sick ring, though.
But I'm looking at the young lady's hands there, and she's
Yeah.
got those long nails that have become very fashionable now. But
You
I
could kill a guy with those nails.
can't
really
help
good.
but
Kind of
ask.
like Wolverine.
So we were talking wiping just a few moments ago.
Oh, it's a good
How
question.
would that take place
Yeah.
with nails of that size?
Well, women,
Bidet.
women,
You think?
She
women
fires
don't-
off the water cannon in her tuchus. That's what it is.
Well, women don't fart. You know,
What
Or
about
At least anything about farting, Harris.
Or
You
poop.
said talking about taking a dump.
or poop.
You got to
know?
clean up
Women-
after the dump.
Women
See,
don't do
I
it. No
was-
one's told me that women need to worry about this.
Oh yeah.
No one's told me
yeah.
about
Women have to wipe the old.
No,
tuchus.
that's
Yeah.
not true. There's no way I went 23 years without realizing
well,
that. There's just no
I'll
way.
I'll tell you
She
what.
needs
Harris.
a fire hose to keep herself from
you
like
believe
scratching her.
Whatever's in your cute little mind, and Jeffrey and I will stay tuned into reality. So, what
Okay, I'm gonna
about
do that.
what about typing on the phone with those things? Because it's supposed to be your finger.
You think, you think she's typing and like one of the letters comes up off
She's
her
like
finger
this.
stuck to
Right,
it?
right. I just have
good point.
See, these are things that keep me awake at night.
Right, and
See,
they're
that's
just not-
another one right there.
It's
Okay,
just
so for
not
the
practical.
people listening on the radio, I need to explain what this diamond looks like. The best
Oh,
way to
it's-
explain it is a ring pop. Remember those ring pop
It is
suckers?
huge.
Oh,
But
good
it's an
oval.
actual
description.
diamond.
Very
It
good
is-
description.
And it's not
Does look like that.
a bunch of diamonds. It's one huge oval shaped diamond. One huge.
Basically ruining it for the rest of men.
Well,
Literally.
I mean,
those nails,
Nobody can top that.
How do those things even work? How do those nails even work?
Diamonds or
No,
nails?
no,
We're focused on the
those
nail or
nails.
the diamonds here.
Those
'Cause
nails are huge. Do they like? I've never understood this. Do they like attach to their nails?
Harris, yeah. First
How does
off,
that
those are
even
not
work?
real. Those are fake nails.
I know.
They're acrylic fake nails. They get glued onto their fingers.
They get glued.
And then they shape them and sharpen them. And the reason I know so much is my wife, when she gets her nails done, and she tells me about it.
Okay.
Now,
Sure.
does she have the acrylic nails? Because I understand there's a new type of nail for ladies, and it's jelly. They're jelly nails.
Jelly nails?
Well, that's
You're
what
just
that's what I
making that
heard
up.
Miss Kim. No, I heard Miss Kim say they have.
Is it
they-
like
they-
strawberry
they
jelly
have,
or
like,
grape
I don't
jelly?
know. She
Maybe it's a
said
mix.
that acrylic nails are out
Blueberry.
because they damage your real fingernails, and now they have jelly nails.
Huh. I don't know. I don't look at the bank account. I don't ask her what she's paying for or doing. She just
Right.
does it, and I leave her alone.
Maybe ask her the
That's all.
question about the jelly nails. Yeah.
The jelly nails.
Mm-hmm.
You sure that's jelly nails?
wonder if
Well,
she's-
that's what I heard. I could be
Maybe
wrong
I'm
here. I
trying
could've
to reduce the
missed-
amount of times that she looks across the table at me like I'm an idiot. I'm trying to
Well,
reduce that.
I'll take
That's
the
only
hit on
going
this
to
one.
increase that.
Hey, look, Randy said they have these new nails for ladies, jelly nails. Is that true? See, now she won't look at you.
Oh, yeah,
She'll
then I'm going to
say,
do that.
I'm
I'll do that.
texting her.
Randy's
I'm
a
texting,
complete total idiot.
I'm texting
So-
the lady right now to see if she
Yeah,
knows anything.
Harris doesn't understand because he's not been married.
No.
The look they give you that you're an idiot look when you ask them things
Yeah,
or
no.
tell them
Yeah.
things.
Oh, I still
And,
get it.
There is a point where
But
you're
yes.
like, I need to reduce the amount of times this happens.
Yep.
And I have not done well on that.
Yeah, she said jelly nails, and I'm almost sure of it.
Upward
I'm
climb,
almost 100%
gentlemen.
sure
Upward
on that.
climb, Jeffrey. Brick by brick.
Chosen One says they are called gel nails.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, see, I was right.
Oh, that
Not
makes
jelly.
jelly. That's a huge
Well,
difference.
isn't it the same thing?
That
I mean,
makes
gel,
a lot of
jelly,
more
same
sense.
thing.
So gel would be like, is it what they use to attach the nails to the fake nails to the real nails?
Look, I don't know
Is that how
Triple
that
H. I
works?
don't work in a nail place. Never had fake nails.
It's
I don't know
I'm a
Vietnamese.
guy.
It's
Yeah.
just too complex to me. Why can't we just use our own fingernails? I just
Sir
got
Drives
that.
a Lot says Took a Squirter would be a great text or nickname.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's
No?
going to happen.
Took a
I don't
Squirter?
think so.
okay. All right.
Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says robot nurses better wait till Gen X dies off. By then, what little filter we have will be gone, and we'll be berating them constantly. And that's how you get Skynet. So
Well,
yeah, I guess you're right. We would be so blunt and angry with the robots that it'd ruin it for everyone else. That's a
Yeah.
good point, Rainy City Bitch
Yeah.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
When you're
That's a good one.
sick, you want a nice, hospitable, kind nurse. Instead, imagine you get a robot.
Huh.
You know what's at stake, people? Come on.
Rocky
What?
Mountain High says, my wife is already like a Roomba vacuum. She goes around the house, bumping in the walls, sucking everything dry. What?
Wow.
Huh?
Wow.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we have to take a break. Sorry. I don't know what we were talking about, but we'll try to talk football or something. It's a
All
Daily
right.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. Just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hello, I'm Shannon Estes, president of CMI Gold and Silver.
And I'm her husband, Johnny Estes, VP of CMI Gold and Silver.
My father, Bill Haynes, founded CMI Gold and Silver in Phoenix in 1973. We are the oldest precious metals bullion dealer in the U.S. As a family-operated business, we educate first, giving our clients the power to make informed buying and selling decisions.
We offer low prices because Bill instilled in us the desire to get the most bullion into the hands of the American people for the fewest paper dollars. Visit our website for an abundance of information at cmigs.com.
Although we may be new to you, my father was one of the pioneers of the bullion precious metals industry in the U.S. He began selling only 100-ounce silver bars in the early 1970s until Americans' right to own gold was restored in 1974.
Visit our website, cmigs.com, and get to know us or call and chat with one of our non-commissioned brokers at 602-234-2300. That's 602-234-2300, or visit cmigs.com.
If you're running late to work, speeding may seem like the faster option, but it can actually slow you down. Speeding puts you, your loved ones, and everyone else on the road at risk. It's a dangerous habit that can lead to crashes, fines, and even fatalities. Remember, speeding makes it harder to stop quickly for pedestrians, road crews, or even the unexpected. Speeding is illegal. Slowing down saves lives. For more information, visit slowdown.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down, because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Harris Hicks in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in our super high-tech and luxurious studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. So, all right, Randy, I went and I talked to my wife.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you heard about these newfangled jelly nails? And she's like, no, what? And I said, gel nails, gel. And she's like, well, there's a gel they'll dip it in. And then I said, no.
Let's see.
It's supposed to be made of the gel. And she says, no, they don't have. She says they have a thing where there's a powder that they put on, and then the gel hardens something or something. Maybe that's what she's talking about. And then I realized that I was standing there in her office having the longest conversation about nails that I didn't need to have.
Wow.
I googled something. Turns out it is a thing. Meet jelly nails. Read on to learn how to get the look and see some of our favorite variations.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the news has not gotten to my wife yet.
Nails don't need to be this complex, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like, And women are very complex. This just proves it. We're just talking about nails. Can you imagine if we were talking about something that mattered? Women are very complex,
and
men are not.
And thank God for it. I'll tell you right now.
Women think we're complex, but we really aren't.
No, women, Jeffco, women do not think we're complex. As a matter of fact, women understand that we are mono-minded and relatively simple.
I think women don't
Eventually
understand.
they understand that, but they start out thinking we're so complex,
Well,
and then it becomes problems because then we tell them, "What are you thinking?" We're like, "Nothing." You're like, "You're lying." And it's like, "No, I'm seriously
really
thinking
thinking about nothing.
I am literally sitting here thinking about nothing. If you were in my mind right now, it would be just a sea of nothingness.
A lot of echoes. Just very echoey in there.
Yep. Oh, yep. Exactly right.
LA Kid says, damn, I better get my real ID before that deadline of May 2025. I don't want to get turned away at the airport.
Right. Seeing that
Can we
it's
get that
August
card number
12th.
and delete that damn thing. Because obviously
2025.
nobody's paying attention to dates anymore around here.
Okay.
Yeah. So Harris, find or just send me an email to remind me to go look for it.
Okay.
Thank you, LA Kid. And don't forget to get your real ID before May 2025. Grand Mariner says, did I miss something? When did the show turn into girl talk about jelly nails?
Just a minute
Oh,
now.
shut your stupid face.
We're not. It started by a young lady who had
Randy
these
started it.
enormously long fingernails, and I have a list of things that keep me awake every night. One of them is how do women how can I say this night? Wipe.
How do they wipe
after
their ass with them giant pointy
It's
nails?
a very
Giant
practical
nails.
question.
Yeah,
It's what all men are wondering.
Yeah, how
I'm
does
not
that
going to go
work?
back and ask my wife that. She
And,
doesn't have pointy
I've seen
nails. She
nails
has
even
nice
longer.
nails.
I'll be honest with you. I've seen them like, wow. It's like Catwoman has nothing on this gal because her nails are way on out there.
Yeah.
In high school, I was in drama class and we were doing a scene, and I was doing a scene with this punk rock girl. She had a giant mohawk and she had, like, you see those nails, they were sharpened, but hers were sharpened to a point, right?
Wow.
And she was actually a very sweet girl. We're doing a scene and she kind of did this affectionate move where she kind of like, brushed her hand on my face and she sliced me.
Sliced it.
I was
Oh.
bleeding right out of my face.
Oh, no.
And she felt so horrible about it. She's like, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, well, you did sharpen them. So you meant to do that to someone. So yeah, you got to be careful with them nails. But
yeah.
I had to get out of my wife's office because then she started talking about the different cuts. Well, there's coffin cut and there's this cut. I'm like, I don't want to know these things.
Yeah.
I don't need to know these things.
Too complex, too much to think about. I'm just going
I
to
got
go
a
back here
pair
and think about
of-
nothing.
I got one pair of nail clippers, and she says, why don't you use the big nail clippers in your toes? Well, I'm already good at the small ones, and I do the tops, and then it takes 2 clips to get the big toe, but I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't need anything fancy.
Our gals are always trying to help us. And sometimes they just, be honest, they just need to back off and let us be. You know what I mean? Sometimes, look, if you know how to clip your toenails with these itty bitty nail clippers, I mean, you have mastered the art of clipping your toenails.
Although,
at least you're clipping your toenails. You see what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. I stubbed my toe on some furniture, so it broke off half of my big toe. My big toenail. So I had like short, and then I had tall right next to it, and it bothered her, and I left it on purpose for a while. She's like, "Aren't you gonna take care of that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not catching on anything. I'm good." I know it was like killing her inside. She's like. She didn't say anything, I had said, well, if you want, you can clip it for me. She's like, no, she does not. She's how some people are into feet. She is not into feet.
You know what? I think that's a great thing to say, because it's like, oh, well, if it's bothering you, you can do something about it, but it's not bothering me. Put it in her court. Put the ball in her court. That's smart.
I mean, here's the thing. I try to be attractive to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I try.
Yeah.
I make an attempt. So Grand Mariner says, oh, I get it now. That makes sense. My wife has super long nails too. They come in handy in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know how.
I don't know what
I
you mean.
really don't.
No.
Beer Bob says, from what I've heard, those ladies don't need to wipe because they don't poop, like Harris said. Hefty Lefty says that's what they call them anyway. The gel, they're powder dipped manicures. Anyway.
Yeah,
I still don't get it. Quiet Cannon says the diamond might be mounted on a jumbo bracelet. Now I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah.
It's just a regular ring. Let's see. Number one Rattler fan says, the difference between jam and jelly. Create your own punchline here. That was a lazy text. My friend.
Wow.
Hurry Harry says, I think it costs $5 million, that ring. Okay, I have not heard the.
I wonder. Yeah, I bet it's cost more than that.
Hey, look at Harris. He just sent me a reminder about 32 teams in 32 days, but not in the right hour.
Yeah.
Wait,
You're getting earlier, but you gotta do it in the 4 o'clock hour.
In the 4 o'clock hour. Okay.
That's when I usually like to do that.
Okay.
Right.
I got it.
This show's out of control for a Tuesday. I can't do anything now. We're going to, but I mean, Rocky Mountain High says, oh, Randy, I'm not brave enough to tell my wife, back off. I like her doing nice things for me. Yes, most of us men, there are parts of us we like touched occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
And if we do not play our cards right, they will not be touched.
I didn't mean, just get all puffy and say, back off, woman. That's not what I meant at all. you have to explain to her some things. It's just let it be. Just let it lay there. It's going to be okay.
Anyway, well, thank you for ruining the curve, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, Harris might be years away from asking any girl to marry him, or he might do it next week. But now that you whipped out that giant ring, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
My hope and aspiration is that she's working and not listening, so she doesn't see
buying her
that
own
as
ring.
the standard. Because if she sees that and is like, look at this, it's like,
It's like a surfboard
I'm screwed.
of a diamond.
See, I don't think our gals
gonna have to get a raise
would
if
want a
that
ring
happens.
like that. I know Miss Kim would say, "Oh dear God, no." That thing would be. I'd be banging that thing on everything.
That is,
There'd
it
be
is huge.
pieces of
it's big.
drywall and innocent children all cut to pieces laying in my wake. I don't want something like that.
Well, the other part is if you go out, you're going to be kidnapped just to get that diamond off your finger. So you can't wear that real diamond. You got to wear a fake version, and you got to tell everybody you wear the fake version, or else you're going to get murdered.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think
point.
of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so way to go, Ronaldo. And like I said, thanks for ruining, basically
thanks so
Harris's life.
Yeah, thanks so much for nothing,
He's going to have to
Cristiano
work
Ronaldo.
until he's like 70 before he can even think about proposing.
I'm gonna have to
now.
beg Ron for a
Right.
raise.
Yeah.
Come on, Ron, please.
Oh, wait. Can you do me a favor? When you do that, record it.
Okay. And put it on the show.
No, just send it to me. I like a good laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So if you like the UFC, I think this might be good news. I don't know if it's going to be bad news. So here's what's going on. Paramount and the TKO group, they've got now a 7-year deal for all UFC events in the United States.
Oh, no kidding.
So the good news is you don't have to watch it on ESPN Plus or ESPN, but you probably still have to pay for it because Paramount is a pay platform. But I don't know if they're going to make you pay. I know that they will distribute UFC's full slate of its 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on Paramount Plus, and then select numbered events also set to simulcast on CBS.
I think the Paramount, you just have to get the app, though, right? I mean, for the TV,
no, you have to pay.
You got to pay.
It's a pay thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pay-per-view thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless there's a free version I don't know about,
But,
I'm paying for it.
But also,
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You have to buy the subscription to Paramount, right? I mean,
yeah, like $10 or something. I don't know what it is anymore, but anyway, so they and guess what this deal is worth? This is why I'm thinking we're going to have to pay if we want to watch a UFC fight of any kind. $1.1 billion
per year. I think it's
an annual value of $1.1 billion.
7.7. Yeah.
Wow.
Dana White,
Making
I
bank.
mean, he used to own the UFC, and then he sold the UFC, but they kept him on, and they're paying him a crap ton of money, and this is why.
Wow.
This is why Dana White will never be poor. He will never, ever be poor unless he does dumb things and gets sued, because this is the kind of stuff. If you are the manager, you're being paid as the manager of something you used to own, and you take it even farther to these heights, that's the thing. Dana sold too soon. If he could have managed this company into this and then sold it, he'd be beyond billionaire. I don't know if he might be a billionaire at this point, but if he's not, boy, he pulled out too soon.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean,
I did. I said it with my mouth, and now jokes are being written about it because let's face it, when you say he pulled out too soon, funny things are coming.
Funny things are coming.
Oh yeah. Cue the calls,
so to speak. And there's another one.
Cue the texts from Moist
It's
One.
like,
They're on their way.
funny things are coming. You're like, you mean like clowns? Anyway, so what were you going to say, Harris?
Yeah, it's just, I think the most interesting thing about this deal is they're going to be getting fights on CBS. Some of the games are going to be legitimately on there. Still are games, fights. So that's huge for them because a lot of it you had to pay and all that. And so
is that true, Chosen One? He says they'll no longer charge for each fight. You'll only need the subscription to Paramount. It'll save viewers about $700 to $800 a year.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what
I don't think that means that. I think there'll still be. I guess no. Maybe you're right. Here's what it says. It's a shift away from UFC's existing pay-per-view model. I think you're right.
But here's the thing. So UFC is
There's
going to
nobody
be
fighting
able,
that I care about, so maybe that's why they're doing it.
they're going to
Well-
be able to make more money and charge less. So that's why this is a win-win for
Yeah.
them, because
Yeah.
they're making more per year from the media rights pot, and they don't
Somebody
have to
did
charge.
the sabermetrics on this.
Yeah, they don't have to charge for every fight specifically. It's just under one whole umbrella, and people are definitely going to pay for that subscription too. So, UFC fans at least. So this is a huge thing for them.
Quiet Cannon says, my Uncle Ed had this long fingernail in his left pinky. Well, Randy and I know what that is for. I
Yep.
never had one. Randy didn't have one.
I
We
didn't
knew a
have
lot
one.
of guys that had them.
Yeah.
He says, he was a welder, and I saw him one time wearing his welding gloves, and there
Mhm.
was a hole in his glove, and that fingernail was sticking through it.
Yep.
Yeah. So Quiet Cannon, that was the cocaine finger.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's what that's for. You just did that. And you know who had the cocaine finger? Blew my mind, but then made sense. Remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Remember that movie?
Mhm.
Gene Wilder did not have that. Little Charlie didn't have that. Uncle Joe had it.
Oh,
Uncle
no
Joe
kidding.
had a cocaine
no
finger.
kidding. Oh, man.
Let me see if I can get that picture up here.
Wow,
I'm
that
not
was the
even
old,
making that up.
that was the original scoop and sniff right there.
Let me see if I can find this. Hold on here. It's a true story. Oh, yeah, here it is. Because he's standing there, right? And he's got his hands on Charlie's shoulders. And Charlie's like, wow, this is awesome. This is amazing. Look at us. We're in Willy Wonka's factory, right? And he's like, wow. And then you kind of look over and you're like, wait, what's that there? What's that there?
Oh,
Uncle
there it
Joe's
is.
hand there. And the
he's
cocaine finger.
It looks like he's ambidextrous. Easy for me to say because he's got one on the other
Oh
side
my God,
too.
he does. He's got them both. He's got a cocaine finger.
Yeah,
on both
yeah.
hands.
Wow.
Oh Lordy, that's the only way he could put up with this bastard every day for filming. That's what I think.
Oh boy.
Well, Charlie, I got to get myself right. That's what I need. I feel
Some-
sick. I got to take care of myself.
Mhm, mhm.
By the way, he was the villain of the movie. Uncle Joe was the
Grandpa
villain
Joe
of
was?
the movie.
I've never seen one.
Grandpa, yeah, Grandpa Joe was the villain because him and his wife and then the other grandparents were just lying in that bed, getting disability for like 20 years, and he hadn't gotten out of bed in 20 years. He's unemployed. Grandpa Joe, thank you, Beer Bob. And he was just like, he's like, I can't get up. And then Charlie gets hey, I got a golden ticket. Will you come with me, Grandpa Joe? Holy crap, let's go. And he's like just leaping out of bed and sprinting down the sidewalk. And you're like, oh, you big phony, Grandpa
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You big
Yeah.
phony.
Wow.
Yeah, Grandpa Joe's a son of a bitch.
Is collecting welfare and fooling.
He should have been
people.
out there working and
Wow.
helping the family.
Mm.
That
Wow.
mom was working
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they were eating like cabbage water every day for dinner. And then Grandpa, and part of it was that then mom would come back and be like, well, here's your cigarettes, Dad. Oh my, what?
Cigarettes.
Here's your tobacco money. What? Grandpa
Wow.
Joe, get up off your old lazy ass and get to the Home Depot. They hire people there,
Little
Yeah,
did
yeah.
they know that's all it
Walmart
took.
needs a greeter on
Yeah, go
Grandpa
be a-
Joe.
Go be a greeter at Walmart.
Piece of crap Grandpa Joe was. I think Grandpa
He-
Joe's trying to get Charlie to commit fraud.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and sell secrets to Schnickerdoodle or whatever that
Yeah,
guy's name
yeah,
was.
yeah.
No. Grandpa Joe was the bad
Now I
guy.
see it. Now
in
I
the
see it.
movie.
Thanks for straightening that out for me,
You
Jeffrey.
haven't seen the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Oh,
Factory?
I've seen the original.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to Harris.
I've never
Harris,
seen it. Shockingly, I know. It's like it was my
you
generation.
need to watch that. They didn't need
Okay.
to make more. They could have kept using the same one because it is a superior movie to whatever Johnny Depp or Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong did.
Shamalama ding dong.
Seriously. I mean, I know it
Okay.
sounds like old man get off my lawn stuff again, but no, you will find me to be absolutely right on this.
So first,
Sir Drives a Lot says Grandpa Joe, Rose, and Jenny, the worst. You're right. Thank you, Beer Bob. Swazman says, Jeffrey, my uncle in Scottsdale sold his company for $7 million 20 years ago. Then he was a consultant for 6 figures, basically a part-time job while he was golfing. My point is these business guys know when to sell, and they know when to hold them. They know when to fold them. I know, but
when to
sometimes you fold them too quick.
It's
Grand Mariner says that's what my wife said. I'm sorry, what?
Pulled out too soon.
Oh, when we were trying to have kids.
Yeah.
Dimeback Dude says, thank goodness I hate the ESPN Plus platform for UFC because not only you got to pay the ESPN Plus, then you got to pay $50 to $100 extra for the pay-per-view.
Yep.
I heard that most of the fights on Paramount Plus will be included. Only a few fights extra. See, there's the thing. There's always a few fights. The ones you really want to watch will be pay-per-view. Chosen One says, Carrie Fisher had that finger. You can see it in the Star Wars movies. Nobody's surprised.
Really? I did not know that.
Carrie Fisher, she had an interesting life.
Really?
To say the least.
I did not know
Princess Leia was a lot of fun and one of the smartest authors you will ever read. One of the funniest and smartest people you will ever read.
Wow. Okay.
But let's not get too bogged down on...
I can get sidetracked by Star Wars very easily, so that's a good call.
So here's the thing. We got to talk football. So here we're going to take a break. We come back. We'll talk the 32 NFL teams in 32 days, and we'll do nothing but NFL the rest of the way. Okay? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender?
Radio and the internet.
Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all three if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless. Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Offer valid through 10/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Purchase of gold unlimited plan or higher required for offer. Must activate the plan in-store at Walmart. Cannot be combined with other offers.
When driving in Arizona, move over or slow down for any flashing lights. Move over for tow truck drivers, highway crews, and emergency responders. Move over for any vehicle with its hazards flashing. Because at 65 miles per hour, a vehicle travels over 95 feet in 1 second. 1 second that could change everything. When you move over for anyone, you're not just doing it for them, you're doing it for their families. Their lives are flashing before your eyes. Move over, Arizona. Every vehicle, every time. It's the law. Please visit moveoveraz.org. This message is brought to you by ADOT and this station.
A Numbers Game features longtime radio personality Gil Alexander, who takes you on an insider's tour through the numbers and the world of analytics, featuring interviews from today's top insiders and Gil's own takes based on his understanding of sports and betting in an entertaining and comfortable fashion. Catch A Numbers Game with Gil Alexander, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 The Fanatic, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And we're about to do 32 NFL teams in 32 days, but there is something that I wanted to bring up real fast about this upcoming football season and the relationship between ESPN and the NFL after this media deal that they just kind of had. And they still have to get that whole thing approved with the feds, you know. But, well, it was the headline I saw today. ESPN will have 2 sideline reporters on every game this season. Okay.
So one on one sideline, one on the other?
I guess. I mean, do we find them useful? I mean, they don't bother me, but are they necessary? I feel like sometimes it's forced. Like they try to talk to a coach and the coach is like, don't care, walk me, I'll see you later. And then it's like, what is the point of these gals to be there on the side? I mean, every now and then when there's an injury, they'll say, I heard from the doctors, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But outside of that, is that necessary?
That's the time that I find it intriguing when they do get some words from the trainer about an injury during the game. And I do like the after the first half interviews of the coaches. I think it's kind of cool doing that if you get a coach that's willing to at least answer the 3 questions. But other than that,
I think sideline reporting, it bugs me. It bugs me. Not
Why is that? I mean, because having somebody on both sidelines getting valuable information to send up to the crew. I mean, you could probably just have an intern doing that and sending the info up to the actual announcers, but it's also a way for, a lot of these gals got their start sideline reporting, and now they're sportscasters like, I don't remember their names.
Doris Burke?
The naked girl in the hotel, and then angry girl that nobody likes.
Holly Rowe?
On Fox.
Joy Taylor?
No. She got fired.
Pink? Christina Pink?
No, the one on the Fox Sunday morning football show. Crystal.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about.
So there's a naked girl in the hotel, and then there's her friend, the other one that, remember we had this comedian come in who worked with her and said, she's not nice people. Well, anyway, those people get their start sideline reporting. So, I don't want to take that away from them. And I don't know if maybe, does it bring anything to the table? I mean, ESPN must think it does because they're going to have 2 in every game.
Well, I'm not saying to take away the job sideline reporting. It bugs me just how it's done. I think all the questions and everything and the answers, it's so robotic. It's the exact same answer every time. You take it one play at a time. How'd you feel about the game? It's just really it's just really inhumane. I would classify it, and robotic. It's inhumane because that's just not how humans were meant to talk.
I don't think it's inhumane. Inhumane is when you give somebody bad treatment. That's inhumane.
Okay. And I'm using the word incorrectly then. I would just say
stiff and robotic-like.
Robotic is how I would describe it. It's just
very plastic.
Plastic. It's not real. There's not a lot of oomph in it. And I think
there can
human
be garbage.
Yeah, I think
that might be went too far.
Do you think
trash?
Do you think sideline reporting would be better if they asked like, hey, what'd you eat this morning or something?
No.
I think it would be better if they asked just questions that were so out of left field. I think it'd be interesting. You get to know the athlete.
Who do you think you are holding out this season? Now here you are, and I guess that last play didn't go well for you as they're being carted out.
Well, there's a time and a place.
We need some roast masters out there.
Yeah. There's a time and a place for everything, though. I mean,
a few of them will hit them.
Yeah, sometimes you have to get information, but sometimes you can. I think sometimes, I don't know. It's just really robotic to me. And I've never liked that. It's never sat well with me.
What's this? Sir Drives a Lot. Is that you in this picture? Sir Drives a Lot sent a picture, and I think his issue is not with the sideline reporters. Says, bought tickets, drove 8 hours, so I wouldn't have to listen to Joe Buck. Is that you, Sir Drives a Lot? Because that's pretty funny. That is pretty funny right there. 888-368-1580. Rocky Mountain High says, not to be contrarian, but I don't think they've got Home Depots in the UK. Uncle Joe couldn't work there. He could have worked for Tesco or Sainsbury's. Oh, dear God, Rocky Mountain High. You get the point of what I was trying to say. It was not a literal thing. And by the way, he's dead now.
Yeah, too much cocaine.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine.
Lot of
888-368-1580. All right, Harris, you ready for this? It's time for 32 NFL teams in 32 days. What is today's team?
Today's team is it's the New York Jets.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Under. I'm taking the under. Not, by the way, it's day 15.
It is indeed day 15. And, I happen to have a little bit more hope in the Jets than most people. Not a lot of people are have high hopes for this team. And you know what? Them getting Justin Fields is interesting because he was 5-1 with Pittsburgh last year.
Did you say you want hope? Hold that thought. Can I tell you what just happened? I just looked up odds for Jets 25-26 season. And you know what they gave me for the over-under? They said don't.
Okay. It's over-under 5.5 minus 155 to the over. So they think they're going to go 6-11. The sports books.
Who's got the lowest odds? I don't know if I've seen anything below 5.5 wins. Does anybody have? The over-unders is what? Is that 4?
The Saints have the lowest at 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the Jets are close. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
the Jets are close to the bottom. And the reason why I think they're better than that is because, Breece Hall at running back, he's an athletic freak right there.
Yeah.
They have decent receivers around him. Garrett Wilson's a stud. So that being said, this O-line's really good. I'm going to botch this pronunciation. Armand Mimbu from Missouri. I think that was a heck of a pick. Vera Tucker, too. Olu Fashanu at left tackle. They have promise in some of these positions. I think they need to get better at receiver outside of Garrett Wilson, and they probably need to find a better tight end, too. But, there's something there with how well Justin Fields can run the ball, with Breece Hall, with that O-line having some promise. So that makes me a little bit optimistic. I think they have a good front seven. So quarterback, I gave it a C. Running back, I gave him a B. Wide receiver, I gave him a C+. Offensive line, I gave him a B-. Front seven, I also gave them a B-. I think Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson, they've got some dudes that can get to the quarterback and some dudes that can tackle and play the run. Defensive backs, I went C. Outside of Sauce Gardner, I think there are questions there for sure. But this over-under's at 5.5. A little bit in me thinks this is a little bit low. But, Jeffrey, I'll start with you. How many wins do you think the New York Jets will get this season?
Well, I took a look at their schedule.
Okay.
And
it's pretty favorable. I feel like it is.
Well, for regular teams, yeah.
Yeah.
This being the Jets.
For them, though.
But so you're going over-under on this is 5.5 or 6.5? Because there are different places that have different odds.
Yeah,
what are we saying?
We'll say 5.5. That's what DraftKings has it at, is the closest.
I'll give them 5 wins.
5 wins.
It'll be 5 wins.
So
they are going to stink. They're not going to stink the worst, but they are going to stink maybe 6. But I'll go ahead on record as 5.
Okay. Randy?
This is kind of hard because right off the bat, they've got the Steelers and Buffalo Bills back to back. They go right to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers, and then they have the Dolphins. And I don't see them winning, but maybe one of those games, maybe 2. I think they win the Dallas Cowboy game. I think the Broncos is going to be a loss. I'm not going to run through the whole thing, but I just don't feel this is a very good team. I love the fact that they picked up Justin Fields. I love the fact that they got him. I do like Breece Hall. You're right. He's a very athletic running back.
Yeah.
But you're right. They don't really have a wide receiver core to speak of.
Yeah, outside of Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor had surgery on his knee, by the way.
So if Fields gets hurt, that's bad for sure. Mm-hmm. Bad news.
I'm saying he should be back in time for the season. But
okay. Yeah.
I think. Let me just look here real quick. I go maybe 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go 4 wins this season for the New York Jets. And I'm trying not. I'm not kidding around on this. I I feel bad. I feel like the Jets and their fans have been through it, and they've been through a roller coaster of crap. Aaron, Aaron comes in there and plays exactly 3 plays, and then he's out for the entire season.
Yeah.
Then he comes back and he has a miserable season. And no matter what anybody says, it was miserable. I mean, but I feel like their luck is going to change here very, very soon. I'm going to take what I say 4 wins. That's it. I was long-winded. I feel bad for their fans. Jeez, this is just terrible.
I mean, if I was a Jets fan, you just hide in your cocoon at that point.
They know better. They know what they are. Just like Titans fans know what they are.
At least we've had some success. Like they have had nothing. They haven't made the
first
playoffs
Super
since
Bowl,
2010. They were with Joe Namath, that's true, but that was a long time ago.
Even with Joe Namath magic, I don't think the Jets have a chance this year. 4 wins. That's it.
I have it. I'm actually higher on the Jets than most people are.
Really?
Now, yeah. That being said, I don't think I'm not expecting playoffs for them. I have them getting 7 wins, 7 and 10.
7
and 10. I think their defense is going to be a little bit better than what it was last year. Because you bring in Aaron Glenn and what he did in Detroit, that defense has to get better, man. Like there's a lot of talent on that defense. There's numerous Pro Bowlers there, potential All Pros. And Sauce Gardner having that cornerback 1 that's just going to say, "Hey, we're going to play man coverage because we're going to go at the run. We trust you one-on-one." Having that is such a luxury for your defense. Feel like it has to get better. And yeah, I have them winning 7 games. I have them beating Pittsburgh, Dallas. I think Dallas's defense is more of a concern no matter how good their offense is, especially with Parsons potentially not playing. Carolina, Cleveland, Atlanta, Miami at home. I have them going 1-1 against them, and New Orleans. So all of those wins are very possible. So yeah, 7 wins for the New York Jets. I think Justin Fields, he's a little better than people think. He went 5-1 as a starter in Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah, but that was Pittsburgh, man.
I get it, but they were worse without him when he got hurt. So
Swazman says, Harris, what do you think about Justin Fields' backup quarterback fantasy or even a starter late in the draft?
Justin Fields as a backup quarterback, or Justin
He's talking
Fields
about a backup fantasy quarterback, saying like you get your star guy and then you put him there just to see what happens.
You know what? In terms of fantasy, think about how important rushing quarterbacks are in fantasy football. I think Justin Fields can be like a near first round or first starting for top 10 quarterbacks. He can be a starter in fantasy, not real life. In fantasy, he can be because he runs so much.
Not even in fantasy.
Well,
if you're in a 10-team league, you've got, believe me, there's other guys who are starters who are better than Justin Fields.
Swazman, I would wait late in the draft to take a quarterback because you can get guys like Justin Fields, and you'll still be fine at the position, even if you have quarterback 13 or 14 like he's.
Well, I disagree. Don't take him as your first quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone else pops up, sure, but I don't think he'd be as bad as not having a tight end or not having a running back. It's my guess. So take that how you will.
Man says, Jeffrey, are you saying Jimmy Garoppolo will be better than Fields? No. Why would you pick up Jimmy Garoppolo?
Not in fantasy.
He really is a backup quarterback.
Yeah. Well, the reason why rushing QBs are so valuable in fantasy is because you get 1 point for every 25 passing yards and 1 point for every 10 rushing yards. So the system's kind of skewed. So that's why I think Justin Fields can be good in fantasy because he's such a good running quarterback.
Tank Blood says Fields got screwed in Chicago and in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He never had the pieces around him in Chicago, and he actually
It'll be
played pretty
interesting
well
to see
in
what he
Pittsburgh.
does with the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish Tank says Joe Namath remains the most overrated quarterback to ever make the Hall of Fame. The Jets are just the Mets of football. No matter how much better they look, they'll find a way to screw it up. Yep, 5 wins. That's the ceiling right there.
I think Fish Tank is onto something about that Joe Namath comment, but I think that's an insult to the Mets, man. The Mets have been good these last couple years. You know, they've been kind of 2000. Hey, they made the Subway Series. They made it there. You know, that's pretty cool. They've had some good players. The Jets.
Well, we shall see. And that is 32 NFL teams in 32 days here on the Daily Blender. Hey, Randy, real fast, I'll give you a little Cardinals news. The Cardinals have signed wide receiver Kelly.
Wow.
And their wide receiver Tristan Jackson
Yeah.
He's on the IR.
All
he's on
right.
the
All right.
Injury reserve. He left the preseason game the other day with a thumb injury.
Well, at least
That
it's a
sucks.
thumb and it's not an ACL tear.
Yeah, he has a chance to at least try again, right?
Yeah.
Also, Cardinals have claimed Roy Mikatika from the waivers.
Boy. Yeah.
He's an offensive lineman. And the thing about him is he had spent some time with the Giants and the Bears and the Browns. He's been in the league since 2022.
Yeah.
Did not play one single down of high school or college football.
Wow. No way.
Yeah, he showed up with the Giants in the NFL's International Pathway Program.
Wow.
And he's learned how to be O-lineman. He's a big old guy. And so the Cardinals needed some depth at the position, so they're giving him a go, see what's what.
So he's like Antonio Gates.
What does he play
Well,
like
Christian
guard?
Jones hurt his knee on Saturday, so he's going to be out a little bit. So
Okay.
this is like a practice squad kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's the latest for your Cardinals there, Randy.
All right. Well, I'm even more excited for the Cardinals to get going. Yeah.
We got some more NFL stuff for you when we come back. Plus, we've got on this date in Big Georgia sports history. I'm not psyched about it. And I'll explain why. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Miss any part of the Daily Blender? Download the free podcast at 1580thefanatic.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine, its impressive fuel economy, still going, its I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
For well-qualified buyers, excludes S-Trim. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Corporation credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 8/4/25.
Volunteering creates positive change. You can help people in your community facing adversity, offering them hope and a path to a better future. You will transform lives, find fulfillment, and discover a sense of purpose. Join the Army behind the Salvation Army, dedicated to meeting human needs without discrimination. Discover how at salvationarmysouthwest.org. Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, they simply have the heart. Sponsored by the Salvation Army Southwest Division.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere at 1580thefanatic.com. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Couple of texts from last segment when we were talking about the Jets. Tank Blood says Fields was also very fantasy relevant while he was with the Bears.
True.
Well, he was a sleeper with the Jets.
Yep. I agree with that.
Shall see. Big George says, hey, Blaze Alexander just hit a solo home run, 411 feet left center field in the third inning to tie the game with one. Texas Rangers in Arlington. Blaze is on fire right now. Oh,
In
my God.
fuego.
Stop with the fire puns on Blaze Alexander. Yeah, it is 1-1, top of the third, 1 out, and Kettle Marte is on base. Actually, 2 guys are on base, so all right. Anyway, back to football stuff that we were talking about. So Jordan Love is going to undergo thumb surgery, and I saw this. I'm like, uh-oh, but it's okay because it's his non-throwing hand.
Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they're repairing a ligament in his left thumb, so it won't take too long to heal that up, I don't think. I mean, I don't know how much that's going to impact anything for week 1. They're saying, he's going to be fine. He'll be there for week 1.
Yeah, no real concern there is what I've been reading. And yeah, Green Bay's going to be fine. They should.
Well, I mean, thing about it, though, is it might be a problem for him handing the ball off. I mean,
or taking a snap.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. Or under center.
But, you know, these quarterbacks, man, their fingers get jammed up and beat up and hit on helmets. They get, the ball gets snapped to them funky, or they try to hand off and the running back hits with the elbow. So their thumbs are taking abuse. So I don't think that's, and the good thing is, again, not the throwing hand. So anything else, he'll figure it out. So he'll be all right.
You know how thumbs typically get broken in quarterbacks is interior pressure.
I was going to say somebody kicked Harris in the butt.
Someone gets to him, anyway, interior pressure. Someone gets to the quarterback and he throws it, and in his follow through, his thumb nails the helmet. That's actually happened before. I think it happened.
That's
to Tom
what I
Brady.
said. It's either the helmet or you're catching on a guy as you hand off or get snapped. So.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors not practicing with the Giants because he's just trying to take it easy on his toe injury. So for a lot of people, I know, Randy, you've struggled with the turf toe and stuff, but for someone like Malik Neighbors, a wide receiver, you're going to get up off that line. Them toes got to be right.
Yeah,
the toes got to be right.
Yeah, and he's he's one of those speedsters, and he does those really hard cuts when he's running routes, things like that. So, I mean, I understand it, but I wish they would give it another name rather than turf toe. That just sounds.
No, I never said turf toe. They didn't say turf toe. It just said he had a toe injury.
All right,
but
all
I know
right
once
then.
you hear
All right.
toe, you start to groan.
I wish they. You know what? Ligament damage in his toe. Okay, I can deal with that. All right, he's got a broken toe. Good. Okay, I can
Got a
deal with
hangnail.
that. He's got gout. Look, I suffer from gout. I understand the pain in that. But God, I mean, you tell me I'm wrong here, but
You're wrong.
turf toe. Well,
You told me to tell you you're wrong. I agree with you.
well,
actually.
I mean, Triple H. What do you? I mean, when you hear turf toe, you think, oh my God, he's in agony. How is he ever going to play again?
I was actually going to ask you because I've always been so perplexed at that injury. I've never understood.
Never
it.
had turf toe, so
Never
I
had
can't
turf
say.
toe.
But
Yeah, what does it feel like?
I hear it's agonizing though.
Is it, Randy? What
Yeah.
does it feel like?
I've
Randy's
never had
it.
turf toe.
Oh, you've never had it. Okay.
Randy and
I've
I
never
are
had
what we
turf
call
toe.
men.
I'm looking it up, and
Gonna
it's
come kick my ass now.
it's a sprain of the metatarsal phalangeal joint.
I
which
play
is the-
with my metatarsal and phalangeal on a near constant basis, so they're
Well,
very strong.
Well, and it's a joint which is the joint at the base of the big toe. So I guess depending on how bad it is, I guess it would be sort of like a gout. A gout is a very painful condition, by the way.
Don't doubt the gout.
It said turf toe
The
can.
PSA. It's gonna be on our station 100
Don't
times
doubt
a
the
day.
gout.
Yeah.
Mary Grace is going to coin it.
Mary
turf
Grace
toe,
has the gout.
it could cause damage to the ligaments, tendons, and soft tissue surrounding the joint. I don't like my joints to have soft tissue.
Stems and seeds and soft tissue we do not need.
See what I'm saying?
So Aaron Rodgers is back at practice, by the way. Did you know he got hurt? I didn't know that. I guess he was in a practice and he got stepped on. They stepped on his leg, and so then he had like a little contusion, and they wrapped it. Was not the leg that he snapped the Achilles on, though. So they're saying
that's good.
He'll be fine, but the person who stepped on him has been deported.
Well, that's probably good. Yeah.
Because, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't.
Well, I mean, you played football. Don't touch the quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
What was it, Jeffrey? You would
We
know
touched
this.
the hell out of our quarterback.
What was this rule that Dungy
sounded dirty,
had?
and I meant it.
What was this rule that Dungy had? If you touched Peyton Manning in practice, you had to like run. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something nuts.
Well, there's touching the quarterback, and then when you've sucked for so long, and now you've got Peyton Manning, there's like, nobody touches him. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody touches him. That I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
That was probably Jim Irsay's doing, not so much.
Don't touch him. Don't breathe on
Dungy's.
him. Don't walk
even look
around
at
him. Yeah, don't look at him. Don't have a conversation with him. Don't call him on the phone. Nothing.
Don't even watch him on TV.
He could hurt his fingers texting.
No. Oh, yeah.
Can't take that risk.
So Aaron Rodgers is he's not liking his new helmet. They made him stop wearing the great kazoo helmet that he'd wear.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't wear that anymore. It's not safe. And he's like, well, I don't want to. And he's like, no, you got it. He's like, oh, can't you grandfather me in? They're like, well, you are old as a grandfather, but no, we can't. And he says, well, fine. So they got him the Shutt Air XP Pro VTD2.
Wow.
And he says, I don't like it. It looks like a damn spaceship. He says it just doesn't look like he wants a helmet to look, because it's all got the lines on it and stuff like that. But they're like, you can't wear your old ones. Now you got to wear this.
Is that the one that looks like the Hawk or something?
It looks like a bicycle helmet almost. Some of these football helmets kind of have that look. And he says, I know. He's like, I can't stand it, but I've worn the old Shutt for 20 years, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't pass safety standards. So he's a little bit bummed, but I get it. Like if you told me I couldn't use this microphone anymore or these headphones, it takes some time getting used to something new.
Yeah.
But as far as the helmet goes, Aaron, it's on your head. You don't see it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So it should be about if it's comfortable, is it keeping your noggin safe, right?
Yeah.
That's main thing right there. But look, it goes back to the old adage: if you don't look good, you don't feel good. If you don't feel good, you don't play good.
I don't care how I look on the outside, as long as it fits and it doesn't shake around on me and doesn't come off. That's all the helmet's supposed to be for me. I don't give a damn. I'll wear the Guardian helmet. I don't care who thinks anything of it. So we're not talking about Taylor Swift. It's not sports. That's the thing that aggravates me. It's on all the sports websites. Taylor Swift goes on Travis Kelce's podcast and announces her new album. Who gives a flying F? I'm not mad at her. I don't care if they show her on the TV. I don't get upset about it. I don't think she's hurting the game. I don't think anything negative towards Taylor Swift. But on the other hand, I don't like it when the sports websites mention fake wrestling events. And I don't think they need to mention that Taylor Swift went on Travis Kelce's podcast and announced her new album. It's not sports. It has no business being on there. So I'm going to talk about what Travis Kelce said that I thought was kind of interesting, though. He said, these past 2 years have not been to my standard. He says, I think I might have slipped a little bit because I did have a little more focus on trying to set myself up, about being an actor and being an entertainer. He says, I don't say this as if I shouldn't have done it. I'm saying that my work ethic is such that I have a lot of pride in how I do things. And I feel like these past 2 years haven't been to my own standard. I just have a lot of motivation to show up this year and do it right for my guys. So a lot of people are going to say, well, you probably not that at all. It's because you're dating Taylor Swift. And that's a huge distraction to what you're doing. And I think he knows that's true. And so he's blaming his attempt to be an actor and entertainer, but he knows it's probably a lot to do with the amount of time he spent focused on Taylor Swift. So I think he's shaking that Etch-a-Sketch and telling us like, hey, I think we're solid in the relationship. He's like, I got to focus on my job now. And I think she understands that and is allowing that. So I think we will see, vintage Travis Kelce this year, or we'll see Travis Kelce retiring midseason. I don't think there's one way or the other this goes down.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, you could see he kind of lost a step last year.
But was it okay? I understand what he's saying, and I understand how he got here. But was it that he's lost a step, or he wasn't totally focused on the game?
Right. I think so. We're going to find out.
Or was it that they weren't distributing the ball to him like they were in the past?
Yeah, these last
There's
2
a
years,
little of that.
These last 2 years, he's had under 1,000 yards each year. And he had, from 2016 to 2022, 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons for these last 2 years. So you could say Travis Kelce is still one of the best tight ends in football, but you could say he lost a step. Yeah.
I say we will find out this year, and I think he's going to pull it out. I think you're going to see vintage Travis Kelce again.
All right.
That's my
All right.
prediction.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year. Oh, it doesn't matter. Nothing interesting happened.
What?
Yeah, I there's nothing.
What?
George sent me an email, and there were tons of things that happened, but none of it was interesting. It was all boring. Plenty of entries, but I found none of them the slightest bit interesting. I just didn't. There's nothing that was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Today, it must be the most boring day in all of sports history. August 12th is, I didn't find any story that mattered.
Yeah, we are getting to that time where it's just baseball, So,
no, it's just a day, Harris.
Yeah,
it's just a day that like tomorrow, there'll probably be 7 different, like really interesting stories. But today, just not, I'd have to tell you something I didn't care about. It's all boring. All of it's
feel like
boring.
there's has to be some good stuff in the Olympics. It's just all
I
boring.
don't care about the Olympics that much.
Wow.
I do. I really care.
This is
all right. Well, you find the thing that matters in the next 40 seconds.
This is a monumental day because I've been with the show 6 years now, and you have never, ever done this before, ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. Big George says, I could find you another one if you like. Well, no, I went down the entire email. There's tons of stuff you gave me. It's just none of it just rose to the occasion. I would have to give you something that was so milquetoast and boring.
Wow.
I would feel bad about it.
Wow, Jeffco. This is a day that will live in infamy.
Well, Big George says, what about the Cardinals? Played their first ever home game, the second preseason game of 1988. 51,987 fans at ASU Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe. Game time temperature 107 degrees. Dude, that wasn't in the list. Was that in the list? I would have done that one.
It was 250 degrees inside the stadium.
Yeah, George pulled it out at the end there on this date
Wow.
in Big George's sports history.
Wow, congratulations, George. Good job.
Unfortunately, the Saints won the game 33-28, but with a late 51-yard
Good job, Big
field goal.
George. Nice.
That was a good one.
Way to rally.
Well done, George. I thought it. Yeah. All right. Well,
wow.
Everybody, we'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m.